happen? Why does this always happen to me? Every single time I give a bomb-ass intro, this thing wants to change the settings on me. It's so annoying. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. Overall, what I was saying was this is the trade setup we were giving was Palantir. You want to look for clear ones like this. You see the 2-hour divergence. This is why I posted this to Patreon. And then 30-minute, right? This here, it gave us that divergence as well, but we could go make that in the near price action. That's what I was talking about. I was like, we need to make sure we're risk managed. So that would just tell me if the 15 minutes is going to curl up, where is it? Positive territory, which means it could roll up that 30-minute. Okay, so I don't want to, what is stopping this from just going up into higher areas? Nothing. Nothing is stopping it. This is staying positivity. So I think if we see a little divergence here, that would be, if this crosses, we need to manage risk, and then we'll pay attention to any kind of signal for weakness. It's very, very important to pay attention to. All right, and then going forward, the SPY, I'm going to pull that back up so you guys can see those ranges real quick. We have the 15-minute, 545, 37 to the upside. That's the daily expected move for today, and 537, 35 to the downside. And real quick, I was just saying, these weeklies, these dailies, it's not just, oh, we go above that and therefore we take, the position that goes for downside, right? That's not how it works. We wait for weakness in these signals. So I'm paying attention if there's some kind of 15-minute divergence or something like that throughout the day, because that would be interesting. But as we switch over to the Qs, I'm going to give you those as well. Those ranges are 478.67. 478.67 to the upside and 469.63 to the downside. So once again, you're looking for some kind of reversal signal in these areas, not just, oh, it went up, so therefore it has to go down. Nothing ever has to go down. I mean, look over at Apple. This guy does not have to go down. Now, it did sell off dramatically at the end of the day. That could be some profit taking. We don't know exactly, but for now, you would say a 30-minute pullback is likely to keep happening here. But with good PPI data, okay, good PPI data, that's at negative 0.2 now. That is going to be a good news for, it's technically what, bad news for the economy, good news for the people, right? Good news for the inflation. So therefore, maybe people see this as some kind of buy up still here for Apple. I'm going to have a daily range for Apple tonight and post that onto Patreon if you're interested in joining. And real quick, that course is only $100, guys. Only $100 for June, okay? And it will teach you how to trade in any kind of market. It will teach you how to trade in this kind of market, and you might just say, oh, the 30-minute looks wonky, let me back out and go to a daily scale. That is something very, very cool there. And then I think volatility still is about to pick up. I said next 30 days, and we're getting very close to some kind of 30-day mark, right? If we really took my 30-day mark, I think we'd only have about 10 to 15 days left, okay? We'd have about 10 to 15 days left. So this right here says in the next 2 weeks, I really think volatility could spike. I really think it could. And here's the thing, the dollar went up. Dollar's going up. Where's the SPY going? Well, the SPY's going up. So more insider selling, I think, is happening here. We've talked about the insider selling ever since December of 2023. The insiders have technically been selling. So I know that that's a 6-month span, but they still have been selling. And you need to understand that as we approach maybe a major top. Sorry about that, though. Sorry about the mic. God dang it. Of course it is. Weaker economic data today, y'all. Yeah, exactly. Everything's like weakness, but you're going to see that as, oh, it's a good thing. Remember, it's a good thing until it's not. It's a good thing until something breaks. Notice they did not cut the rates. So these are not good enough numbers to cut the rates. And when they do cut the rates, in history, it would tell us that, the Fed always holds higher for longer for too long, and then something breaks. And we have 63 banks that are in trouble right now. We might have more banks than that in trouble now. So we're paying attention to the right stuff. Unemployment is ticking up. That is a bad sign. There's a bad sign, okay? Now, talking about XLU, this thing's seeing a little bounce, and that's perfectly fine. Now you have multiple divergences down here, so I assume some kind of sustained bounce can come. If this starts to recover, we have to change our thinking. If this really starts to recover, we have to change our thinking. For now, I'm still leaning towards it. It's our crash signal. We followed it to a T, and now we're not. I think it's the AMC and GME problem that's causing such the mess in the market right now. But yeah, we just want to be paying attention to all of our trades out there. Even NVIDIA, look at that thing going higher again. And look at this. We had hourly divergences all across here, but it turns back up for a moment. So this is where it said, again, this is why I'm not trading this stock. This stock is just ridiculous at this point. And overall, I have to say, I think that this is one of the most rigged stocks in the market. And now, boom, right when people take puts, boom, it goes to the upside. Now, the interesting thing about yesterday was we do still have some calls in. So maybe people will feel good about that this morning. We'll see what happens with the put call ratio. All right, we'll see what happens with the put call ratio, and volatility is trying to bottom out. Well, quietly, volatility is trying to bottom out here. The 2 hour, we can see the divergence forming down here. You see it on the MACD, you see it on the RSI at the same time, boom. If this thing starts to catch a bid here, watch out. Things can get volatile very quickly in this market. 2 hour hasn't even crossed over for this buy. GME, yeah, we can look at AMC and GME real quick this morning. Let's look at AMC first. So this is very important to understand. Let's break it down from top to bottom. The daily, you have to understand this as far as a momentum perspective goes. The info that you get here is going to be 10 times better than all those dudes on Twitter just saying like, my prediction, it goes up tomorrow. Of course, they're going to predict it goes up tomorrow every single day because they are completely biased. We are trying to be impartial. We're trying to be as non-biased as we can. I want it to go up, right? But the indicator right here is telling me on the daily scale, we are in a pullback. That's perfectly fine. We are holding the trend right here. So let's go a little bit deeper. But right now we are in a pullback. We are still in positive territory. That is a good sign. Now the 2 hour, it is saying it is in a pullback. Now something important about the 2 hour is why you would want this big move to happen today is because if this keeps going, it's going to go negative, and that means negative price action. Look, the last time we went negative was right here. We broke through, that put us into negative, and boom, we had lower. You do not want that to happen if you want upside. So we need this 2 hour to curl back up. But let's go a little bit deeper. Let's go into a 30-minute. Notice the 30-minute is right on the center line. So you don't want that to continue negative. You need that bounce up this morning. So that's a good sign. That's a good sign for AMC, and we're going to do GME right after this. It's very, very similar. What do we notice? Okay, it's right by the center line. So if this 30-minute curls up, we said if it curls down, not the moment. If it curls back up, that's the moment, right? And then if it curls down again, that's not the moment, right? We have to be back and forth. I've done my research, especially on AMC. And it's funny because everyone will tell you, oh, it's going to go up tomorrow, my prediction. But they've said that the last 10 days in a row. Like that's not it. My prediction was, hey, when this crosses, we're most likely going to see an uptick. Because I follow momentum, okay? It's much more useful to follow momentum. If this crosses, you have a good shot to go test this high and go make a new one. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. GME, let's do it backwards, okay? See how the 30-minute is right by the center line, so you want this to cross up today. Then you can make a new high, possibly. But we don't say right now. We were saying yesterday, if this crosses over, that means not the moment more negativity can come. Look, more negativity came. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, or Tuesday, we were saying, hey, this crossed up. That's a good sign. Look, positivity. We're just following momentum back and forth. This is a better reason to be looking at these stocks. This is a better reason, right, to use your indicators. Your indicators are giving you the reasons to take certain trades. All right, now GME, the important part is you're still in a pullback on the 30-minute, and that's trying to go negative. The 2 hour, you actually rejected here, and you're going negative, so be very careful. You kind of need to buy up right now. You haven't broken the trend. That's a good sign, but you need this to curl up today, or else you're going to see more negativity on the stock. Now, the daily side, 2 hour momentum is strong, by the way. So this is why it's important right here. If we would have broken through, crossed up, 2 hour momentum is strong. We probably would have seen a good moment. But notice that fades at the end of the day. They did some very, very shady stuff here with the options flow. They did some very shady stuff. They tried to make it look like, oh, Roaring Kitty sold all of his positions. I'm just going to tell you right now, there's no way he sold all of his positions. Either he rolled them or they were just buying and selling positions to make it look like he did. You want to know my take is he really likes it. He's posting those positions. He'll probably update you when he changes the position. I'm just going to be genuine about that. Okay, so you need the 2 hour to curl up as well. All of these things are negative. All of these things are bad. All of these things are saying pullback. You need those to turn back up. That would be a good sign for momentum to go upward from here. The daily side is saying pullback. So if that continues down, that makes sense. It is a pullback, okay? So we need to pay attention to a level. Remember, if you're part of Patreon, you know that this level right here is as high up as the options market is expecting for GME to go. And we're still in the middle of the range on Thursday, which is very interesting. But the bottom side of the range, there's always a bottom side of the range too, and that is down here by this 200. So we could go all the way down to the 200 before we actually see some kind of bounce. It's very important to understand right now we are in a daily pullback. If that flips over, we'll completely change our thinking. We are flip-floppers. We are traders. That's what traders do. We flip-flop back and forth. Okay, so as of this morning, if we do see a good bounce, I'll be flip-flopping. I don't think he. Well, there is potential. There is new data this morning that he might have rolled some to tomorrow, and I'm being genuine about that. There is data for that, but that is very speculative. I don't want that to make you make a decision, right? I don't want you to use some Twitter info to make a decision. I am teaching you on this channel to let your indicators make that decision for you. People can hate on technical analysis all they want. The thing is, they can hate on technical analysis all they want. But here's the thing. Right here is technical analysis. You're in positive territory on the MACD. You get a pullback. You cross up into positive territory right here. What happens after that? Boom, big upward move, a big upward move. This is how you use technical analysis. This is how you use those indicators, 58%. And a cool thing with GME and AMC is if you're seeing these huge run-ups, so all you need is a little crossing on the MACD on a 30-minute, and guess what? You get a big run-up. You get a big run-up of 32% here. And then you just pay attention, okay, that crossed back over. And we use the 15-minute here. We said if the 15-minute curls over, ooh, you need that to curl back up. So if that curls over, 15-minute pullback. Right? So we'll see what happens this morning, but just start to really trust these indicators, guys. It will help you out. AMC, same thing. You got to trust the indicators because right here is where we said, hey, good potential for upside. Even on this red bar, good potential for upside. Let's see what that red bar produced. Oh my gosh, 16%. Awesome. When's the last time that we curled up? Oh, well, it was right here. Okay, so right here, we curl up. All right, we curl back down. Uh-oh, this here is manage the risk because what is stopping this from just going through the floor? Nothing, you don't know. And then your indicator confirms it again right here. You see a little bounce here, we curl back down, right? You have to be back and forth. That's how you trade, right? We're always back and forth because we're always taking profit. We're always doing things like that. Me right now, I think at any time this thing could explode, so I'm just starting to hold everything. This was an amazing PPI and it didn't rip. So I think there's going to be liquidity issues today. I think there's going to be volume issues today. Again, because the range is small. Do you see how the range is smaller? Yesterday, the range was like this. Do you see how the range is smaller today? It's way smaller. Now, it's not dramatically as small as we have had this week. It's about a little less than double what we had on Monday and Tuesday for the SPY as far as implied volatility goes. So that tells me there can be a little bit of volume here, but I would just be careful because the most likely scenario is we just keep doing this stupid type of stuff, right? We just keep doing this because liquidity is a big issue here. If you want to see that liquidity being an issue, we know it's an issue. Going forward, no reason there shouldn't be volatility in when there is something as important as a stock split for NVIDIA. You probably should have decent liquidity going on. Monday, what did we see? 35 million. GME had 160 million, I think, on Monday. And then Tuesday, big update, 36 million, while GME had 160 million again. So it's just like, this is pretty much the SPY has as much volume as AMC. And that's just kind of ridiculous. So I think we're going to see another dud of a day. But until a decision is made, I think something crazy could happen today if that GME shareholder meeting does produce anything. But people are expecting a lot from it. So if something unexpected happens, you're going to see a bad reaction, okay? So everyone's expecting a lot from GME today. From GME, the shareholder meeting. If nothing happens in that meeting, you're most likely going to see those stocks start to fade. And we're paying attention, but we're just paying attention to momentum. I don't want them. I'm not saying I want them to fade. I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm a very honest person. What time's the meeting? I think it is 10 a.m. If I'm not mistaken, maybe someone go check that for me, but I believe it's 10 a.m. Tesla's is, I believe, after hours today, but there was some voting last night. So something to keep our eye on because this is a trade that we gave out on Patreon. Remember, if this 15-minute curls up, it says, hey, maybe not the moment. So be risk managed. And then if that just does this and crosses right back over, okay, maybe that's the moment, right? And then we have to say, oh, but if that bounces and creates a divergence and then that bounces, then that's definitely not the moment. We're probably making a new high, right? We always are thinking ahead. That is how you have to trade the shorter time frames. If you don't want to think like that, if that's too much thinking, go to a daily chart. Right? Go to a daily chart, look for a divergence anywhere, and trade that way. It's literally that simple. Like, right, go to a daily chart, watch Amazon curl over and say, okay, a pullback is most likely. Okay, if it goes negative, it's going to test this low. It's going to make a new one. Okay, all right, there we go. We're below the moving averages. We crossed. Okay. And then you don't have to sit there and watch it. You just take out, like, you know, 2-month positions. That's how simple it is. But I like the shorter time frames. I like to take multiple trades throughout the week, 2 to 4 trades a week. Lately, I've only been taking like 1 trade a week. Like this week, I finally was able to take a trade, and that was Palantir. And I think Palantir has a good shot to curl down. I'm not saying this has to crush down. I'm just saying it has a good opportunity for some kind of pullback. And then if that leads to negative, then I can break through, maybe go test 2029. But as of right now, it looks like we're curling up. So I have to be risk managed. So I'll be watching this on my other screen. Cool, cool. I'm going to switch over, maybe turn on some tunage this morning, get in the vibes. What do we want to listen to? Should I do I think I should do a big booty mix again. Let's do a big booty mix. Let's see. I like that one. I like this one too. All right, we'll do this one. We won't go too loud today. Citizens of Big Booty Land, I'm back. All right, what are we talking about in the chat now? Go long on Ulta. Would you wait for the weekly to become green for a more safe trend reversal? Let's look at Ulta real quick. Let's look at Ulta. So now you're looking at weekly charts. That's a good thing, right? That's a good thing to be looking at weekly charts. So you're at a weekly 200. The points where you know that momentum has a good opportunity, a good probability to turn up is when there is a green bar right here. So do you see how this right here created a green bar? Boom. That said, yes, momentum is there. Top Bollinger, awesome. That's usually when I take profit on these bigger charts, is sometimes I take this and then I say leave some runners in case something else happens. But I try to make money in the move, making money in the overall move and then playing with house money. It's kind of like when people talk about gambling a little bit, but you're just gambling when the probabilities are with you. Right now, it's not saying it's curling up, but there are ways to get in early. If we created a daily divergence, yeah, that would be a reason to get in the trade. As of right now, you're seeing some lower high action here, right? So I would say I wish the daily had a divergence here. You had the rejection divergence here, so you already had it. We came down for the double dip. Most likely that weekly starts to turn around. It's just the environment we're in. I would really be waiting for confirmations on weekly scales, yes. So it's not, do I get a green bar here? Right? It's not, do I get a green bar right here like this? It's, you're most likely going to see a little green bar like this, and then it's going to curl up this MACD. The reason you want to wait for that is because if you see an upward move, right? Let's say you see 2 weeks of green or something, and then this doesn't cross, it starts to reject. You don't want to be caught up in that because you're trading on a weekly scale, and you're at the 200, and you have some big reversal signals up here. All right, let's look at this on the monthly. On the monthly, look at that. That is not something to mess around with, right? Look, boom, you confirmed a monthly signal. So that has potential to go negative. You're so close to the center line. Now, if that weekly turns up, it's not going to go negative. It's not going to go negative if that weekly turns up. But if this monthly just keeps breaking down, breaking down, breaking down, breaking down, breaking down, then it turns back up, then you would say, okay, right? It's always a matter of thinking risk to reward and timing, risk to reward and timing. And I just do that in my whole life now. I think of the risk to reward in my whole life. That's what I do. Pretty cool. Good question though. Palateo causes 719, looking for go to 25. Yeah, so if the 15-minute curls up for you, that'd be a good sign. 15-minute curls up, that's a good sign. I would just watch out for a reversal signal. That would kind of convince me like, hey, maybe it's going to rotate back around. Okay, so there are some reversal signals at this level. Sorry, I'm scrolling really bad right here. There are reversal signals here, but if this 15-minute curls up, it says that's not the time. It says this wasn't the time. It says this might be. So if I saw this, this would be a signal for me to say, hey, momentum is weakening here. So why would I keep my calls? That's overall it. It's just your indicator saying like, hey, if there's a reversal signal here, here you go. And yeah, Paulina, I hope that was helpful. Be patient. Be very patient. Especially if you're treating this as an investment and not doing options, you can be so patient. You can be so patient. You look for, if you want weeklies to cross, look for daily divergences. If you want monthlies to cross, look for weekly divergences. But right now, Ulta does have a monthly divergence that says it could go into a negative trend on the monthly scale. That is everything your MACD just told you. So it says you better wait and be patient. Do not front run anything. When you see that, you do not front run anything. Yeah, we can talk a little bit about Apple, but this thing is just ballistic, right? And this might have just been profit taking. We don't know. I'm expecting some good stuff because of the PPI coming in lower. The big thing you need to understand, the 30-minute is rolling over. So that means 30-minute pullback is the most likely scenario here. This is a huge run-up, 30-minute pullback, but you know it's rigged. So if the 15-minute curls up at any time, you're going to see more positivity. You're going to test this high, go make a new one. But if that 15-minute rejects and keeps rolling down, then that 30-minute will still pull back. June, I hope that's pretty much what it is for Apple right now. Now, the reason I was spotting weakness and didn't want to tell you guys, but maybe I got angry at Apple and I took a little position here. I saw a 5-minute divergence really close to the center line and I said, okay, screw this thing, and I shorted it right here. I shorted it right here. My position by the end of the day was up 60%. I just see a little, I need a reason. If you just find the reason, not chase it, not try to short it in here, you need the reason. I found a reason, boom. I said, okay, 60% looks nice. Now, if that 5-minute curls back up, I'll be out of the trade. That's simple. If we go create a 15-minute, maybe a double top, something like that, okay, awesome. I might get back in it. You want to rig Apple? Apple's one of the stocks that I've traded the most in my whole trading career. It is the #1 stock that I've traded, so I'm very confident with its option pricing. I'm very confident with all of it. I'm very comfortable with it, so I'll think about it. You always need a reason before taking the trade, Jeffrey. Here's the thing. Even if you create a reason on a 15-minute chart. I don't like reasons on a 5-minute chart. I just was like, screw Apple. I think that this is rigged and they're going to rug pull it. So that's why I did it. As long as I have a reason, I have a game plan to get out. I have a game plan to take profit, right? If I have that reason, I have so many things, right? So because I took this reason on the 5-minute, now my reason to get out is what? If that 5-minute curls back up. I immediately have the reason. I have the reason for the downside. The indicators told me downside. It's going negative. Everything looks good. If this just goes, then I'm all good. Now, I think this will rotate up throughout the day because I think it's just completely like people probably taking puts at the end of the day. But we'll see. Maybe people are super excited and there's calls in it and this is just going to fade. So if this doesn't cross over, I'm going to sit here and hold my position. Gamestop. What's that doing? It's bouncing, so even this on a 5-minute, is there a reason yet? Not really. It needs to at least curl up and go positive. I think the best signal to follow has been our little 15-minute curl-ups. If that 15-minute can curl up, look, it's still right by the center line. If that 15-minute can curl up, that would say, hey, this might be it. This might be it. And guess what? If it goes like this, and it curls back down, and I see it go like this, that means that's not it. All right? That's momentum telling you that. Good morning, Ken. Still divergence on the 5-minute. I would just, it does not, you guys need to understand if you're going to look at, this is why I don't want to look at 5-minute charts. It encourages you to be like, oh, look, that divergence played out really well for Lucas. Holy crap, I should have done that. No. 5 minutes have the most crazy price action. Well, obviously 1 minute will, but 5 minutes have crazy price action. Why do you think it's probably going to curl up and make another divergence? You can make like 20 divergences before a 5-minute falls. You need to have, like 30-minute is the lowest time frame I like. And I just said 30-minute pullback most likely comes for Apple. Let me try this out. Okay, it's working out. I'm up 60%. MACD. This right here is the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence, and then this here is the RSI. This is your relative strength index indicator, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care about the names. I care about how you can use them. How you can use them is way more important. That is what we talk about in the course. Crabby Ship felt with a water leak and was running around with my head cut off with my new coworkers. Hey, stick it out, man. There's always growing pains, right? There's always growing pains. I care about the names because yeah, exactly. The names is fine, but all you have to do is type MACD and type RSI right up here. MACD and RSI. That's all you got to do. And they'll pop up. It's just, you kind of need to know maybe what they're called a little, because when you add it, you need to know this is it, right? And then RSI, we kind of do this in the course really quickly. Relative Strength Index. I took them off because people were trying to buy and people always come into my chat. They like that it says buy and sell. There is nothing about that buy and sell. There's nothing about this. Let me see. There's nothing about this. It should turn on. Wait, is that not turning on? There's nothing about these that is really, really helpful. I want you to look. I want you to look even on this 15-minute. I want you to look, because you'll see moments like this. Buy, sell, buy. All you had to do is be like, no, I see the divergence right here. Okay, I buy, I hold, 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 I hold. Okay, no. Sell. See how the sell is right here, but the sell comes later? It's not useful. You need to, I like it because it looks cool, but I'm taking it off of my charts because I don't want people buying because of those reasons. You need to have the actual skill. You need to understand when to buy and sell. Let's look at the SPY this morning. 15-minute, we're above the weekly expected move. Whoa. Whoa. I think about you all the time. They've been thinking about you well. They've been dirty, I will tell. Let's see here. Yeah, the buy and sell stuff, it does not help you. You need to have your reasons to take a trade. The buy and sell will really lag you behind sometimes and fake you out, right? If I turn on the buy and sell, it's going to say, oh, sell here. It's going to say buy here, sell here. That's the complete, that's just not good. That's not good. You want to see this right here, you just know that's a buy. The indicator will tell you without it saying buy or sell. Why so serious? I do it pretty good. I like that line he does. What does he do? This is one of my favorite lines. My father was a drinker, and one day he came home crazier than usual. I like that line. I tried to turn on my little backlights too. What the fucking hell? There's like one fly that is in my frickin' office every single day, and it pisses me off. Ooh, actually, you can still see a bounce here, but it's just holding lower, man. Buy me, oh, stand by me. What's TLT? TLT looks freaking green right there. Heath Ledger was awesome. Moass, you want that Moass? You want some Moass? Yo, I go out at night and I want some Moass. What do you do for work? Well, I got a lawnmower. What do you mow? I mow ass. I have a lawn company. I got a hedge trimming company. We mow ass. Since Citadel claims they are not shorting, I think that that's a lie, by the way. If anyone can get away with it, it's going to be sorry, my account just like went up for a lot. I was like, what the hell? Someone must be beating the door on some GME calls right now. Maybe your boy has the 20 call strike. Maybe. I think you could see less suppression, but here's the thing. If they actually got their short position out, this probably wouldn't happen. If anything, they're like getting their position out to maybe help someone else, right? Right, or this, I guess GME. This wouldn't happen, I don't think, if they got out of their position. It's just, it doesn't seem right. We'll see. The 15-minute crosses up. We have a reason, right? Nvidia at 140. I think that stuff can happen. They can leave the market rigged as long as they want. Look at that. I think it could come to an abrupt end today. But I need to have those reasons, right? Just me thinking that isn't a good reason. We're holding up on this island shelf. That's awesome. Very good. Boom. Oof. I am just... AMD, there's that move. Okay, that's the move we were talking about with AMD. I was like, I still think this thing can pop. I think it's a trap. Okay, boom, there you go. Now we have to see if that 2 hour is actually able to cross up and cross through this little bit of a resistance, a little downward trend. So if that 2 hour can cross up, that's a pretty good sign that it's just going to go bam. So I'd really be watching if something like that happens. Tesla, boom. Look, oh, I'm so excited about Tesla. It looked like that was the trap again, I'm not going to lie. Did the 30-minute roll back over? No, it wasn't able to roll back over, so it didn't confirm downside here. Big pop-up. Damn. Yes, Weather Wizard, and someone also opened a ton of calls for tomorrow. Someone was beating down the door on the 50 call strike with a similar amount of money. But we don't know. I don't want to speculate on anything. I can just tell you this. Keith Gill is not here to screw you over. If he wanted to screw you over, he probably would have became a billionaire last week, right? Like, why would you say I'm gonna screw you over for 20 million when last week I could have made what 600 million? Like, that makes no sense. He knows exactly what he's doing, and you just need to... I'm staying off of Twitter because the opinions on Twitter are just... they're so speculative, it's not even helpful. Uh-oh, 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 did the 15-minute cross up? Ooh, ooh. AMC, remember, I think they're having trouble fighting both at the same time. God damn it. You know what's bad about having an old dog? They just don't tell you anything ever. My old dog's about to squat, so I gotta let him out. I can see him kind of hovering around. I have to keep an eye on him because he's old. So I'm gonna go take care of that real quick. I'm gonna leave you guys on AMC. You see the craziness. If this goes green, that means you got a shot. Still gonna be a fight. Still gonna be a fight, all right? I'll be right back in 2 minutes. Let me let this boy out. He's old. And we're back. Okay. Nothing bad happened. Nothing bad happened. I thought he maybe tried to use the bathroom inside. I was like, oh, thank God, I let him out. Whew, that's a close one. All right, remember, 15-minute has not crossed. See? See? The indicator did not tell you that. Did not tell you anything yet. This has to show green. That shows green, you got a good shot. This right here does not say it. This here says green. We're still saying pullback. We're still saying negative territory. We're still saying downward trend. Needs to go green. That goes green. That means positive trend can come. And then you just really want to pay attention for when that rolls over. If it rolls over. And we're going to start saying if it rolls over. We got some big stuff happening today. When my heartbeat sound, we fell in love. It's like a Palantir. That thing is going to, that looks like it's going to cross, right? So now I manage risk. Now it hasn't crossed yet, but look at that strong move. Let's look at Apple. Managing risk. Uh-oh. I traded on the 5-minute. That 5-minute looks like it's going to cross. All right. I'm keeping things tight. All right. That's how it's done. Holy shit. Holy shit, we managed risk. And if that starts to fade, okay, this doesn't look like the best setup in the world anyway. I just took a chance with it. I still made 10% on Apple, even with my risk management. Palantir, I think I lost 5% on this one. But look at the 15-minute. Am I going to fight against that move right there? Hell no. I'm out. And guess what? I'm right back in if it happens, right? Okay, now touch your lips. Do the Helen Keller. I was short on Apple, and I just took my profit. I had a 9% gain. I had a 9% gain, and then a 9% gain on Apple, 9% loss on Palantir for now. I'm being risk managed, especially on Apple, just because if this crosses and goes up, I'm not fighting against that. Now, Palantir, this 5-minute went positive, and the 15-minute looks like that's going to cross, right? That's a strong move. Now, if that just rotates back down on, say, like a 5-minute or something, I can be right back in if I want, but I'd just be careful because 5 minutes rolling down, it's not the best chart. I want to see the 15-minute go make a divergence. See? Risk managed. Now, what is my risk if Palantir goes up or down? 0. What is my risk on Apple if it goes up and down? 0. GME 30-minute. Let's go look at it. 30 minutes right at the center line. AMC 30 minutes right at the center line. That's a strong move from AMC. They're fighting GME the most. I think they're worried about GME today. This is where I say, like, if they're fighting GME like crazy, AMC is usually the play because AMC, they're not paying as much attention. Yeah, your settings might be a little different. I have mine as this right here, 1226, 9. 9 smoothing might be different, and mine's the closed source, EMA. This is very important to have this type of stuff, and I know this is like probably basic settings, but 9 smoothing is very important for a volatile market, and then you switch this indicator to a 9. So what happens when you switch it to a 9 is you'll notice that when the MACD actually does cross, if we can do it right now, actually. I'll do it right now to show you guys how cool this is. Okay, so when the MACD crosses here, you'll always notice when the MACD crosses, your price will be above the 9 every time. So then you use the 9 as that indicator to ride up. And if you see it cross down, you could say, okay, I might get out. If you're taking a very short trade. But the 9, if you crosses on the MACD with a 9 smoothing, you will always be above the 9-day moving average on the MACD if it crosses, which is very, very cool. Wonder why it looks different. Maybe it's a different one. I use the basic MACD up here, so I just do this one right here. I try not to use any strategy, anything like this. I use just the one they give you. All right, let's look on the 15-minute. Gonna be important, this 15-minute crosses. We got a good shot at positivity, and look at that, we're getting some more positivity now. So you need it to go a little bit higher. We can see this right here. We could be seeing, you know, something like this is the left liquidity, right? We could bounce up to this area, reach down and grab it, and then go. We'll see. We'll see. Now, GME, is that seeing positivity? Yes, it is, but I think AMC is closer to crossing. So I have a good potential for AMC here. How much is this? All right, cool. Then you can look back and be like, hey, did my risk management make sense? I think it did right here, even if this fades, right? 5-minute pullback. That makes sense. I don't want to fight against that. The Apple trade, did I make sense to do it here? Well, I would say so. That's a pretty big upward move. I was able to take profit and make a little bit of money there. So I didn't necessarily break even because the Apple trade was a little bit smaller than Palantir. It was actually a small loss because they pretty much canceled each other out with the percentages. But I did have a bigger position in Palantir than Apple. What it means, centerline is just important. So in the course, we tell you if you really need to, you know, mark it off. It is a big important line, right? Because this is the line in the sand for positive and negative territory. So do you see how the 5-minute right now we're struggling? Well, once this gets one more push higher through this, now you're positive, which means positive trend, right? So if you're above that and you see crossing up, positive trend. If you're above that and you see crossing up, positive trend, right? This is where you're just going with the trend. You can use this to swing trade. It's just on a 5-minute. You're not going to see a lot of things like this very often. So the center line literally is just your line in the sand for positive and negative territory, which means above it, good things, below it, bad things. But that's literally what we go over in the course. I'm very open with it, and the course just makes it very clear. We talk about it for I think like 15 to 20 minutes straight. That way you get it. You look for RSI or MACD to get in and out. I look for MACD for the full confirmation. I know it's the lagging indicator, but I'm looking at overall, I'm looking for setups that are like 2-hour divergence. So that is why Apple's not the best example. Palantir is the best example, right? I see the 2-hour divergence. So what am I really looking for? I'm actually looking for a 30-minute divergence up here. But I saw the 30-minute divergence right away for an earlier time frame, right? So I see this right here, so I can say, okay, let me give it a try. But the likelihood that this goes like this is pretty high, and then it does that, and then this would be weakness in that 2-hour. So this is the better trade setup. This is the just-in-case trade setup. Make sure to manage my risk, okay? Does that make sense? I'm looking for the shorter time frame to give me a better entry with a sign of weakness. And look, that's starting to fade, and that's okay. Because look, 5-minute, if that curls over, where's it going to go? It's trying to go positive. That's still positive. But if that curls over, it's going to be negative, and I can be right back in the trade if I want. But overall, I still think a 15-minute pop makes sense. I still think that they're just going to rip people around. So I'm staying risk managed. All right, the next 30 minutes really does matter for AMC and GME. AMC 5.4% now. There you go. So the next 15 minutes, the next 30 minutes matter a lot for AMC and GME. Let's leave it on GME for a bit. It's pre-recorded. Yes, it is pre-recorded. I give my email plenty of times if you have questions. Just make sure it's Hanson in the email, Hanson. People keep typing Hansen. That's not my name. Why is Nvidia trading like a penny stock? Because the market makers and whoever's setting the price is just doing whatever they want with it. They're doing whatever they want with it. I mean, you can even see this. Oh, look, that bar randomly goes away now, right? We can't see that bar anymore. Yeah, we can't. Remember that rigged move that we caught? Oh, now it's magically gone. It was just a glitch. It's just a glitch. No. So pretty much it's trading like a penny stock because they can do whatever they want with this stock. They just own it. They can do whatever they want with any stock. I mean, look at Apple. Look what just happened with that. Good thing we have risk management in the course, right? We had PPI today. PPI today was good news. For people will think it is of it as good news, most likely. I can't tell you to buy and sell. Your indicators is what I'm talking about here. I'm encouraging you to start to think about your indicators instead of asking a random person, should I do it? I'm trying to get you to take accountability by trusting your indicators. You got to take accountability for your own trades. It is your money. You need it now. No, it's your money. So you have to take accountability for it. And I'm just telling you how to use these in order to help you with that. If this crosses up, that is a contrarian bullish signal, and it's very close to the center line. If that goes positive, positive move. See how it went positive? Positive move. Over here, see how it went positive? Positive move. Positive territory, positive move. Right here, negative territory. So that has to go positive, then you can see a positive move. Finished most of the course. RC, I hope you liked it. It keeps, I think it makes things, you know, people try to overcomplicate the market. I'm trying to get you to think of it in a more simple way. I talk about my tattoos all the time. That's why I have the energy equation tattoo. That's why I have my Einstein tattoo. It's because the simplest answer is usually the right one. I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Think for yourself, question authority. That's why I do not pay. People are like, why don't you pay attention to fundamentals? Because who is controlling the info that comes out? I've been screwed by fundamentals. I had a company I was invested in, and when I was young, I put $8,000 into it, and I was like, sweet, that's a lot of my money. That's pretty much almost like, I think that was like 80% of my money right there. And I was like, but I've done my research, the company's profitable, boom, they came out as fraudulent 6 months to a year later, and I lost everything. It went to zero. But they were a great company, but they lied the entire time. So I assume that everyone is lying to me at all times. Now, one of the most straightforward people I've met, or I've discovered online, is actually Roaring Kitty. He's just saying, here's the position, I'm holding it. That is more honesty than anyone in the news will give you. The Qs are disgusting. Let's go look at the Qs just for a brief moment. This is going to be a fight. They don't want that to go positive. That's why you wait. That's why you wait. It's a fight. Qs are disgusting. Now you have the 15-minute curling up. Positive territory, positive move. But, you know, obviously a gap up is how they hurt you the most, right? But if this can just do this for a little bit, get this, now you have a reason. That's a reason right there. Does it mean zero DTE? I do not encourage zero DTE. You are accountable for your own money. If you do zero DTE, you're expecting something to happen in one day. You have one day. And if you're wrong, you better hold yourself accountable. That's why I don't encourage that. You can make plenty of money. The slow way is the fast way in the market. SPY not seeing that positivity. XLU trying to. Apple's starting to fade. But we'll see. We have a lot of time in this rigged first hour and rigged last hour. Ooh. AM Dizzle, not a good look for AM Dizzle. Didn't curl up on the 2 hour though. Rejecting as of right now. 30-minute did cross negative territory. Watch out. Now you're by the weekly expected move, but it's towards the end of the week. Something crazy can happen at the end of the week. This is just a swing trader's dream. If you come down like this, okay, now you have a reason as well for a bounce. You have a sturdier base, but if this is rolling negative, what is stopping the stock from just going down to nothing? Nothing is stopping the stock. Anything can happen. But right now, your indicator is telling you turning down, going negative, turning down in negative territory. That means downside. If that changes, we flip-flop. If that changes, we flip-flop. Oh, I don't think it's sustainable at all. I don't think it's sustainable, and all you have to do is look at one thing. I don't think it's sustainable. All you have to do is think, if you think it is sustainable, and if retail should think it's sustainable, then shouldn't the insiders have been selling in this overall move for a very long time, ever since December 2023. They've been selling in this move. And weirdly enough, they're selling right now. They're selling right now. The SPY's still up towards all-time highs. The Qs are at all-time highs. And where is the dollar? It is higher. And just check it out. That happened a little bit overnight. Now, the main thing you need to understand, though, is insiders have been getting out since December. That's why everyone hated on me for saying insiders were selling NVIDIA. And then 2 weeks ago, an insider came out and said, oh yeah, I sold my NVIDIA. Like we just pay attention to the right things. Dow dropping down dramatically. This one gave up the gains. Curled down on the 30-minute. Now it's going negative. Watch out. IWM really screaming down here. And IWM, you know, those small caps sometimes lead. The Dow sometimes leads. What also led? Weirdly enough, what also led? Bitcoin. Bitcoin led. And we said the daily divergence is here. This is the same daily divergence that you have technically on the SPY. It's just, guess what? They did one more rigged move up. Okay, this is that double top. Very clear on a 4-hour. Very clear across the way here. 2-hour, you have a divergence on the 2-hour right here. Very steep. We told you about all these things. Boom. Now, we still don't always want to assume, hey, we're 100% right. Bitcoin's going to crash down. No, if this 2-hour curls up, where would it be? Positive territory, right? We're always flipping back and forth. I'm dangerous, and that's all I wanted. Now look at this. That was the signal we were looking for. This is when we saw that really, really wonky behavior, and I said, this is one of the most rigged markets I've ever seen. But this is like, hey, I know how I'm wrong. The 2-hour, it curled over. The 30-minute was able to curl back up right here. So I knew I was wrong right here. And that's perfectly fine to be wrong. You're never going to be 100% right in the market. Just take accountability. I'm literally a YouTuber telling you I was wrong. I thought the 2-hour was going to cross and that should come down. Guess what? Market's rigged. I know that. So I'm paying attention to this 30-minute curled up, broke through resistance. Okay, not the moment. I am a very honest person, guys. Dead cat bounce soon. So AMD is setting up for a better bounce if it goes a little lower, I would say. We got to see if this actually prints in 2 minutes here, getting that red bar down here, because that would tell us the most likely scenario is we pull down, and then maybe we do something like this for reversal. That is probably the most likely scenario if the market's not going to crash, if AMD is not going to crash. Okay? But what is stopping this from crashing? It's negative. So nothing is stopping it from just going straight down. You have to wait for these things to form. But if this curled up, where is it? It's right by the center line. So if this isn't able to cross, you can just rotate right back up. Riot? How do you want it? Would you back that thing up and want to push up on it? Mr. Thomas, Jyan, or, well, Mr., I don't know if you're a Mr., but Jyan, thank you so much for joining us today. That was probably the most white way to say Jyan. Like, I don't know how to say any name that I don't recognize as, like, Steve and Bob. Even when you're wrong. See, Jeffrey's got it. You can relate everything to trading to real life. Trading is a very psychological game. You can relate everything to real life. Now, here, you do have potential to build up in this area. But I would say this, I would really like to see a 30-minute pullback and a 30-minute bounce back up right here. I really would. Look at this. 30-minute is way up here. I would like that to pull down and go up. What would that allow us to do? It would allow us to grab liquidity across all of this and then use that as support to head higher. Now, what does that mean? That means the center line. We could cross down to the center line, maybe even cross down negative for a second. If that curls back up, boom, then you know another positive move is coming. Because that's what the MACD is telling you. Yeah, see, they're just gonna switch stocks all the time. I think you're right, Lil AR15. He wants you to like the stream. I'm down too. You can like it. Briefly explain the correlation between dollar and the stock market. Yeah, we can do that. That's very important to understand as well. Now, do you need to know this to really like trade? Not necessarily. If you're managing risk and you just like learn about these indicators and learn about divergence, learn about weekly ranges, you'll be just fine without knowing this stuff. But all you need to understand is the dollar has been going up since December. What has also gone up since December? Well, the SPY. So the dollar has gone up and the SPY has gone up. So that just tells me someone is moving into cash, right? Because the dollar is going up. And most of the time that is insiders. And we know I pulled up SEC filings. I can even pull that up for you guys if you want. I have an SEC filing website that I like to use. And it's telling you there are big people moving out of stocks. We knew that. Who was it? It was Zuckerberg was moving out of Meta. It was Jeff Bezos was moving out of Amazon. And it was the CEO, I don't remember his name, of NVIDIA was moving out of NVIDIA throughout this whole period of time since December 2023. So if the CEO of NVIDIA is heading out this whole time, even to right now, then wouldn't you say, if the CEO doesn't want to buy it, then why should I? That's all I'm saying. This means that eventually the dollar will take over and the dumb money will catch up and say, oh, I need to sell everything. And then you'll see a time where the dollar goes down while the market's going down, just like right here. We saw this, the dollar going down while the market was going down. This is how we caught the bounces. So dollar up, SPY up, insider selling. Dollar down, SPY down, insider buying. Keep it simple. Now, these have to be good moves, by the way. They can't just be like little trickle downs and things like that. You need to see big moves like this while the SPY is going up to say insiders are selling. Strong data technically means inflation still, but you need multiple jobs from one person is what we're saying. We're seeing a lot of illegal immigrants take these jobs and things like that. Why is it correlated in that way? Because you have to think, okay, when you sell a stock, so let's say you have the SPY. When you sell the SPY, what are you doing? You're selling a stock to move your money back into cash. So cash then, the value of cash then, if multiple people do that at the same time, and that would mean stocks come down and cash goes up. So what's happening here is the reason that the dollar is going up is because insiders are selling, meaning going into cash, but the SPY is able to go up because retail is buying and buying and buying and buying. Retail, retail, retail. So it's catching up. But eventually, this will go like that, and then this will start to actually pull down. Does that make sense? I'm trying to explain it in the best way possible, Luke. Look at this brekkie. Look at this brekkie. Anybody from Australia? God dang it, I messed up the camera again. Okay. We got a couple of fried eggs, a couple of pieces of bacon, and some hash browns. Yeah. So right now you know that most of the people in the market right now are insiders, or are retail traders, and most insiders are selling. You're missing the Japanese mayo? I am. I have a complaint for the chef. No, I'm just kidding. Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. All right, so I'm gonna go put us down on AMC or GME real quick. Let's put it on AMC. Did this ever cross? It's crossing right now, but you need to make sure that that crosses. You have 10 minutes left in the bar, and that could just roll right back over. That's managing risk. Bearish divergence on the 15-minute for GME. There's no bearish divergence on this at all on the 15-minute. Maybe it's a different chart, but yeah, it is still bearish right now. Technically the good short, you want to say good short, would be way up here. It would be right here at $31, right around $31. Because that at least tells you pullback, now it's going negative. Right now, I'd be thinking a little bit the opposite as far as the 15-minute goes, because we're already getting oversold here. And the 15-minute for AMC is popping. So if you say this is a good time to short AMC, this is like the complete opposite of that. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. The thing people trade the most are stocks. Now, T-bills would make sense, right? Bills do make sense. But you just have to think of it more like this. Why are insiders moving to cash? Insiders are moving to cash. Insiders are moving to cash. That's it. Kiyu, if you were here 2 weeks ago, you would have seen the moment that we were talking about. We really went deep into it. We showed the exact moment, and then we said the market most likely V-shapes and catches up to XLU because the insiders have been buying. And boom, it immediately happened. Happened at the end of the day. I was like, oh, we could V-shape into Monday, and then at 2:45, it just went boom, V-shape. Gotta wait for the bar. It's still a fight right now. 15-minute, you can wait. Yeah, you can go back and look. It was May 31st, I think. It's May 31st. There's a live video that you can literally go see it. May 31st, at the end of the day. So at the end, towards the end of the stream. And we said, you know, there is potential to V-shape here. I was like, maybe it V-shapes on Monday to trick some people, and then it just V-shaped. And I said, yep, that was it. And everyone called me a psychopath. People told me to delete my channel, and I was like, what are you saying now? You're not saying that. And a couple of people came and apologized. It was nice. Not saying I'm going to be right all the time, but we were very right that day. And I put my money where my mouth is. I took a volatility play. Not a lot of people are able to catch that type of stuff. The funny thing is, all the information is right in front of us. I love hash browns. Who else loves hash browns out there? Come on. Oh, Kiyu, I hear you. Yeah, I would have helped you out, but that's okay. You're here now. There's a very important thing to understand about life in general, stocks in general. It's not about what happened to you yesterday. It's about what you do from right now forward. That's with everything in life. Right now, this decision, right now forward. Maybe one of my things is I'm going to trust my indicators. If this 15-minute bar prints, maybe I'll do something a little different than I normally would. I'll trust this indicator for a second. If it curls back down, maybe I'll risk manage, right? I'm going to change all of the things that I do. I'm all inputs. Joe Jacks. Good luck, man. So I buy TLT. I don't necessarily buy CDs and stuff right now. I was talking about it at the bank yesterday. I went to the bank yesterday and I was talking with them about CDs. So my area to buy this was way back here. You can go look at our videos from way back here. I said way up here. I said my point is 82.50 when I want to buy these. I bought it here. I bought it here. This is the exact time I bought. And I said it way over here. If you go look all the way back in September or sometime throughout this, I said 82.50 is where I will buy TLT. Now, I've taken some profit there, obviously, but because I don't want to be long on pretty much anything right now. I don't think people want our bonds, so I kind of took that as an opportunity to be like, thank you, I'm good. Yeah, you can go look at the previous video. That's the best part about YouTube. You can go look back right before those dates, and I said 82.50, 82.50, 82.50, 82.50. I said it over and over and over and over again. It's like, that's a level I'm paying attention to. If the signals line up with it, that's when I place the buy. Did it start? Let's see. Let's see if this 15 minutes is telling us if something is starting. We got 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes left. A little over 4.5, but 4.5 minutes left. If AMC crosses up right here, it says this could be the moment. You still need it to go positive. That's very key to understand. But this would say high potential, better reason, right? That's the MACD giving you a reason. Hell yeah, Fardos, go do it. You can buy TLT. I'm pretty sure TLT isn't like buying an actual bond. It's the like synthetic trade. If I buy the actual bond or like CD, if I buy a CD, my money is locked away. I don't like that. I don't do 401k. I don't do CD. I don't do anything that locks down my money. I refuse. And I know about 401k that if you would look back 10 years ago and say you added X amount of money into 401k, you actually would have made more money if you just managed it yourself. Now, managing it yourself means pretty much they just put your money in there and then the S&P 500 grows, right? If you would have just put that money instead in the S&P 500, maybe calculate the matching if you had matching, because that can affect it. But it's proven to be like over 30 years, a 401k makes less money than if you just bought the SPY with the same amount. Yeah, TLT, that's why I trade it though. Held it for a couple of months. Apple showing weakness. Uh-oh. Damn it. I'm an idiot. Damn it. Damn. I wasn't paying attention. I was eating. Damn. That's all right. See, it happens sometimes. I risk managed early. I front run the risk management because I thought there'd be another upward push. Hey, maybe that's God telling me that's the right thing to do. Who knows? We got 2 minutes left in this AMC bar. GME has not even closed, so they're fighting GME. That means I think AMC might actually do the pop. If we can see some, we got to see some positivity though. We got to get to positive territory. LGBN, you win some, you lose some. Yeah, and that's pretty much like not a loss. I made money off Apple. I lost money on, I risk managed, so I lost a tiny, tiny bit on Palantir. But am I taking massive positions? I'm not going to take massive positions. I'm being smart. They're rigging the market, so why would I take massive positions? Kind of depends, O1. Let me think about that. Well, the thing that I'm thinking is like, weirdly enough, I know this is a crazy thought, but I've thought it ever since the AMC and GME thing. I started to research it. AMC and GME can cause banks to go insolvent. It could cause market makers to not have liquidity. It could cause these short sellers to lose their hedge funds. AMC and GME could cause the recession, which is so weird to think about. But that's what I've always thought ever since I started researching AMC and GME, is they could cause the recession, which means maybe that actually still goes up. We'll see, but I'll just pay attention to the charts and let them do that deciding for me. But that's just my thoughts in my head. I've thought that for a while. I think I've even said that on YouTube a couple times. I'm just like, it really seems like this could cause the recession. This could cause banks to fail. Yeah, you need a deflationary event. We've talked about inflation, deflation, why CPI isn't the most important thing. CPI, whatever it does, the market's going to go higher. Unemployment and bank failures matter a lot more. That can cause a deflationary event. You have to have a deflationary event. You have to have a recession. You have to have stocks fall down in order to see the prices at your grocery store get better, the prices of food get better, cars, all that stuff. You have to have a deflationary event. Well, that's what they're doing now, Jonathan. They're trying to make as much money while holding the market up artificially. Okay, we've crossed up on AMC. That's a good sign. That is a contrarian bullish indication now. But this still is considered just a bounce in negative territory. If that goes positive, that would be an even better thing. But for me, my strategy would say this is where I take a chance and I manage the risk, right? The MACD is telling me, hey, take a chance, but manage your risk. So what can we say right here? Well, if the 15-minute, we want that to go positive, the 5-minute cannot roll over. If the 5-minute rolls over, then how is the 15-minute going to go positive? Right? Think of it very critically. If the 5-minute is rolling over, then how is the 15-minute going to go up? So if we just watch this 5-minute now, and if it rolls down, then that 15-minute is not going to go positive right now. But if it stays higher and it rolls up like this, then we know, okay, that 15-minute has a good shot. We look at the SPY? Yeah, we can look over the SPY real quick. Sorry, I'm trying to eat and do all this stuff at the same time. So 15 minutes, still getting close to the center line. This is still saying pullback on the 15-minute. Qs, this is still saying, that's a rejection actually. That's a rejection divergence on the 15-minute. That's not the best look for the Qs. But the SPY looks a little different. It looks still kind of flaggy in here. It looks like it's down by the center line. Watch for that to curl up. Qs, I would still watch for the same thing. Watch for that to curl back up, but that's not a good look, man. NVIDIA, thanks for the divergence. Now we have a reason to maybe take the trade, and you have a bunch of divergence on the hourly scale over here. So now you have a 15-minute divergence with an hourly that's very close to the center line with triple divergence behind it. This might, I mean, this is my opinion. Wait for, you know, your charts are the ones that are telling you to make the decision. I'm just talking for them. But here, I'm making this very clear. This is my opinion right now. If this 15-minute goes negative here, you have a good shot. You have a good shot that that thing actually reverses from here, reverses trend. And it seems to be lining up directly with that meeting at 10 a.m. So GME and AMC might have something crazy to say, and you have GME and AMC crossing up. Whoa, see how the 5-minute? Look at the 5-minute. If it's not able to cross back over, 15-minute goes positive. There you go. There you go. Look out, look, all we have to do is watch that. Boom, positivity. I'm just telling you how to read an indicator, man. That's why we're on this channel. Learning, learning, learning. The 15-minute crossed up, now it can go positive. So right now it's still trying to go positive, so don't expect it to go straight up, but that is the indicator saying, hey, this is maybe a moment to pay attention for upside. The main confirmation I like, guys, is still a 30-minute. GME, still a 30-minute. But I told you, I think they're struggling to keep both down at the same time. Now this one, now you're going to maybe see AMC suppress and GME pop. It wants to. Hasn't crossed over yet. So there's no reason to take a trade yet. AMC gave you the reason right here. That was the reason. Boom. Now the 5-minute, still, if that rolls over, where's it close to? The center line. So this 5-minute can't roll over for that 15-minute to stay positive. We're just thinking critically the whole time. We're problem solving the whole time. Oh, whoops. It's gonna be a fight still. Don't expect anything. Yeah, so like yesterday was kind of that case. AMC ran, then they have to suppress AMC, so then GME ran right after AMC did. It's literally, the timing is almost exact. Pretty cool. So now if this 5-minute rolls over, that 15-minute probably not going positive. I think we go a little higher and then we do this. Because if this can go high enough, guys, if the 5-minute can go high enough, then you get that pull back and it stays positive and curls up again. That's a good sign. Very good sign. But remember, it's going to be a fight. So 15-minute, keep it simple. 15-minute, crossed up. Awesome. What happened the last time it went positive? Well, very much a positive thing. So we'll see if a positive thing can come. See, GME, not able to cross up yet. They're still fighting it. I don't think they're able to suppress both at the same time, which is a good sign. It means they're running out of money. I'm smoking bong rips. Oh damn, you're smoking some bong. You're smoking some bong. Who the fuck says that? Smoking a little bit, man. Your critical thinking's probably real critical. Can you risk manage to get out as an investor? Yes. Okay, so let's look at. Let's just do the SPY. Real quick, we're gonna do a risk management real quick. All right. So let's say down here, because you saw this was like a double dip, right? It's right here. You see this cross up? Okay, right here on a weekly scale, it'd say, oh, invest here, right? That's technically what the MACD is saying. It's saying I'm curling up, but you have to know it's in negative territory. So this is where you want to manage that risk for a few weeks. Now let's look at this point here. This was August 8th. So on the weekly, how would I manage this trade? Well, if the weekly is going to go really positive here, then the daily is not going to roll over. Just like what we're doing with the with AMC right now on the 15-minute and 5-minute. But you have more time. This is very, very easy stuff. All right, curls up right here. You go, okay, good shot. This thing could go positive. But it's in negative territory, so I need to manage it for a few weeks. Now let's look at the daily on August 8th. So if we go over to the daily on August 8th, what do we notice was happening here? What do we notice happened here? Well, right here, the daily crossed down. What did we say? Well, if that weekly is going to go positive, be very positive, then the daily can't rotate down. So right here, it told you downside is the most likely option for now. And then guess what? We went way down. And the best part about this is if we go back out to the weekly, what did you create at the low? What did you create at the low? This is investing, guys. It's very, very useful. That is way in the past. It's very useful. What did we notice at the low down here? Uh-oh, a divergence. We do this on the shorter time frames. Oh, great signal, boom. Now you just say that divergence, okay, if this weekly ever pulls back over, I know to get out, but now you just go ride that weekly, man. If you want to risk manage, then you can say, okay, sell on the daily, buy back in on the daily, sell on the daily, buy back in on the daily, and boom, you'll catch the big move. That's how it's done. Now, the cool part about this bottom was right here, I believe you had daily divergence, 30-minute divergence, and 2-hour divergence at the same time. This is all what we learned in the course. And if you have a weekly divergence behind it too, even better, baby. Even better. That's investing. And then guess what? Now you just go, okay, cool. I hold that monthly turned up. All right, now I'm just chilling. You've been chilling. Very cool, right? I think it's cool. Smoking drug. I do not smoke. I used to smoke. Frickin' I got into that vaping thing. Ugh. VIX is climbing. Whoa! 15-minute divergence down here. Triple divergence. 30-minute rejection. Oh shit. 2-hour curls up, guys. 2-hour. That's what you got to pay attention to here. 2-hour curls up. Volatility is coming. Oh my god. Oh wow. Took a little longer this time, but damn, you're seeing some stuff look like it wants to fall off a cliff now, guys. But of course, you know what's funny? You know what's gonna be up? You know what's gonna be up? I don't even need I'm on Netflix right now. You know what's gonna be up? Nvidia and Apple. Ready? Oh, Apple is green. Oh, Nvidia is green. Yeah, I hope that was helpful, Paulina. Yeah, I'm gonna try to put that chapter in there, talking about investing and managing risk for investments. Damn, wish I kept my Palantir trade. I front run the risk management. God dang it. Oh, dollar climbing again. Look at that. All right, let's go back over to the big boys of the day. So now you say 15-minute cross. That's awesome. That is great. If that can go positive, that would be fantastic. If it gets a little bit more positivity, we just switch up. We go to a 30-minute. I don't know if it's the top. You're never going to know if it's the top. I'm saying right now, hey, I said 30 days. Depends on what happens with AMC and GME today, though, I think. There's a lot of stuff that could crash the market right now. Have you seen all that Russia news? There's a lot of stuff. Let me see. Let me see if we can find that shareholder meeting. Tries on over. Put it into the sunrise. Going 90 on a 65. Do the same, try no more. So like who paid? It wasn't this Matt Kors guy, like a big AMC guy. I watched him back then. Back when this was happening, wasn't he a big guy? Why is he a piece of shit now? Meme stocks tumble. They're up today. Why is his live stream say meme stocks tumble? Did he get paid? He got paid. Oh, my dude took a check. Who knows Matt Kors? Matt Kors, whatever his name is. I don't know. Dude, he got paid. Holy shit, he got paid. Hey man, take your money, that's fine, but I think we have he might as well put on a Jim Cramer hat. He sells fanny packs? No, he got paid. If someone like that doesn't believe in this now, my boy got paid. I don't see anywhere to watch the shareholder meeting. Let me see again. Dancing like where? Oh, fucking A, man. Let's see here. I'm looking for it. I don't see it, guys. We'll keep our eye out, but someone, if they can find it, you try to find it, but right now I don't see it. Damn, Palantir, shit. Dang it! See, I front run the risk management. See, I make mistakes too, guys. That's my fault. God dang it. But I hope some people risk manage properly and we're able to make some money on that play, but dang it. That's a bummer. We all make mistakes. Yeah, he's definitely bought. He's literally saying in his title, meme stocks crash or meme stocks tumble. AMC and GME are both up. I'm confused. Oh, yeah. I don't use after hours. I think AMC from here. Paracosm, yeah, you have a 15-minute crossing up. The main signal I would like is a 30-minute. I really like 30-minute confirmations. You see this 30-minute confirmation here? Boom. It's the same as the 15-minute, but you didn't get extra curl downs. Just, oh, so easy. And then you could use a 15-minute to know when to kind of get out. I love 30 minutes, guys. 30-minute momentum, a little bit stronger. That's why I like it. Now this is being fought. Watch. AMC is being fought. AMC is being fought. Let's see if GME starts to run. Look, look, look. Let's see. AMC is being fought right now. So let's see if Gamestop starts to run. It hasn't crossed up yet, guys, but now I'm going to watch this. See, AMC being fought. Let's see. PLTR most likely with the divergences, though, that's how you catch it, right? You catch it by seeing, like, when the momentum is dying out. That's still a signal that there's, like, that is a trap. Divergence is like traps. Sometimes. Microsoft? Let's go look at Microsoft now. Because that thing was higher. Yo, it's still going. There's another one. Look at that. This just doesn't happen in these times. See if the daily's got that for you. Jesus. Hey, you're still in the channel. Still in the, well, big wedge that seems to be forming. There's the break here. Pops up, pops up, pops up. Awesome. Wow, guys. I wonder if the media is going to say Microsoft is a great investment at these levels. Nvidia is a great investment, guys, at these levels. I bet even Matt Kors is going to tell you Nvidia is a great investment at these levels. Alright, let's see what's going on. Alright, AMC actually still popping, so maybe not being fought right now. Maybe GME struggles? We'll see. AMC cross, that's a great sign. Look at this, look at this. Trying so hard to go positive. We'll see. Love tonight. Why doesn't Matt Kors put his money where his mouth is? If he thinks AMC are so bad, short it. Short it with a lot of money, Mr. Confident. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna let you send me a link, the link for the meeting. Let me see. Let me do this. But you and I. Why can't I watch the meeting? I can't fucking find it, man. GameStop meeting's in 30 minutes. Yeah, we're just gonna run right back up to 1,000 after the split. We just need like billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. Uh-oh, dollar is pumping. Thank you, Mr. Perfect. Days are to met you, the day is set to ever. I like this guy's voice. Let me find out my life, where you walk out my life. The way that turn, all I wanna be keeping you warm. You Google GameStop shareholder meeting, MTG link is the first result. Okay, I'm trying. I said watch GameStop shareholder meeting. Okay, GME. That built down me. This it? What? See the report. Oh, listen to webcast. Okay, okay. I think I see it. Investor relations. 2024. Oh, is this? Oh, this is 2023. Fuck. Dang it. Why the fuck can't I find it, man? What's that shit? That's that shit. That ass bitch. That ass it. Why am I struggling? Why can't I find this? Okay. So I need to stay on that page. Okay, so it needs to update. All right. I got you. Hit right around, and you go down. I'll stay on that page then. Okay. VIX is up. PCC is up. Well, there's a lot of bearishness. Let's see, but be a little careful. That PCC going a little high, but dollar is going higher. But I wonder if this might be we'll see. But I've gotta spend some time, love. You gotta spend some time with me, and I know that you'll find love. See how the 30 minutes still positive? That's why I like it. I hope it does too, Marina. Same old, same old. Same old, same old. Nothing's happening there. It's boring. Nothing happened. It's boring, guys. Nothing happened. It's boring. It's boring, guys. It already happened. It's supposed to happen in 30 minutes, but it's boring. Don't worry. Fucking weirdo. Even if it did, no, a whole lot of nothing. Stock goes up. Oh, my name is not Matt Kors, by the way. My name is Lucas. Ooh, girl. PCC is just a little high, so there's a lot of puts coming into the market. So I hope this is a recipe for disaster, but they could rig the market to go up a little bit because this is a little high. So now the market could maybe start to bounce, but we'll see. Yeah, you can follow this. There's like a Twitter that's called like Inverse Nancy Pelosi or something like that. And if you like, if you want to pay for some Unusual Whales, tracks Nancy Pelosi's trades. You know what's funny? A dude with the name that's obviously looks like a shill to me. Sorry, your name is Nazi AMC GME holder. Ha! I know it means New Zealand, but you're a Nazi, let's be real. Now, what I like to say about that is, you must be real freaking worried if you're creating all these little accounts to go in and type in little chats and type on Twitter. I've researched them. They tweet every 4 minutes. They're little AI bullshits. It's very creepy. Inside of you, inside of you. See, look, now the market, see how it's dipped down to the center line? Watch the 15-minute. The SPY can go up. Well, I go on a road, I know what you're waiting for. Hey guys, I know that everywhere it says that it starts at 10 a.m. Central or 11 a.m. Eastern. But like, don't worry, it already happened. AMC is kind of lagging, but it's not really running on fumes. It's just being fought. I think it's just being fought. They don't want that to go positive. Hey, how many shorts do you have? Bro, and also, I'm streaming, eating, doing technical analysis, and trying to find something at the same time. Stick a banana in your ass. Oil? Whoa! If that 2 hour rotates up, you got good positivity, but I like USO still. It's on about somewhere. We'll look at Apple in a sec. That 2 hour curled up, it just never curled down. I mean, looking for some kind of pullback, but my God. It looks like this is your pullback. Sideways price action might be your pullback for USO. Damn. So, you see that curl up, positive territory. But, very strong move. Let's look daily. Ooh, daily crossed up too. That daily starts to go positive. Daily momentum's taken over. Let's see this. You're not 100% out of the woods, but if you just look on the daily, wouldn't it make sense to kind of get some kind of resistance here? If you blow past this, very bullish, I think, but we could just do something like this, actually drift down and then go like that. So because we broke through an important zone, right, our little zone here, we broke right through it. I would like that to go retested at some point, but if it doesn't, then this just might be a psycho move higher. Apple, I think it's just up in no man's land. But I did short this yesterday. I got rid of it this morning just in case something just ripped to the upside, which now I'm bummed about. But hey, my risk is 0 now for Apple, which is perfectly fine with me. Risk with Palantir was 0. I front run my damn risk management, and that's just silly. I shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. So Apple here, you're just way up here, and the 30-minute looks like you're getting that pullback finally. So as of right now, Apple, all you would say about it is the MACD is telling you, I'm in a pullback. If that goes negative, maybe a different story, but right now it's just saying pullback. Oh, that's some crunchy bacon. I just checked oil. It looks like you go a little higher and then you broke through that important zone. You probably curl back down into it. Really, I want this 30-minute to curl up. That would be solid. But the 15 minutes going positive now. This is good. 15-minute for GME hasn't curled up yet. So just remember, if people don't hear what they want to hear, they might see it as a letdown. You have to be prepared for that. Right now, everyone's speculating so much on Twitter. All I know is it's a shareholder meeting. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's do this. 30-minute. Right here. Okay, so this here. You see a big rapid move up. This is for you, June. It's the same thing with Apple. So if you're seeing a pullback, you're going to see the MACD curl back up into positive territory, confirming that that was a pullback and it's going higher. All right, so when you look at Apple, what do we notice? Well, it's curling down, but it's in positive territory. So if this curls up right here, that would be the pullback. If this curls up way down here, that would be confirmation that this was a pullback. If this just keeps going negative and you never pull back and you never cross back up, then that's where it's not a pullback and something worse is happening. Farthest, it's about 1550. But we're going into the end of the week. 1550 would be very unlikely. But if they maybe the shareholder meeting doesn't give what people want, right? If it doesn't give what people want, they will react. Maybe some people react. That can force, they could force the stock down. Sorry, I punched the mic again. So just don't get caught up in anything. All we do is follow these MACDs. All we do is look at this. If that 15-minute crosses up, it's a good thing. And the best part is AMC already did it. It already crossed up, it's trying to go positive. So if this curls up on the 30, it's gonna be a great thing. It means momentum is telling you it's up for now. Big it up. Break it down. Uh-oh. Now, you're still above 180.92. You can use it as support now. The key thing here for Tesla, we never curled over at the end of the day. You see how the MACD never confirmed the downside? That's why we follow the indicators. You don't want to get messed up. You don't want to front run stuff. Amazon, this one showed you divergence. Look at it. Looks better than Tesla right now when you take that one. ARM I haven't been looking at too much. What's it doing? That's because this is a parabolic move. There's no way to know a parabolic move is coming. It's more like just a swing trader would be very happy, right? A swing trader above the 200 would say, hey, I'm gonna buy this thing when this crosses right here. Okay, now I'm gonna stay in it. And then they just ride it all the way up. But this is just a parabolic move and a swing trader gets lucky. That's swing trading's good. Uh-oh, the daily is starting to curl up too. All right, these 15 minutes really matter. But notice how the timing of the 15 minute is right with the event. Isn't it funny how your indicators just line up that way? That's why I just do indicators, guys. Would I get out of the, like, the NQ? Or do you just want to do, like... Or you just want to do, like, US 100? I would say this. Look at this look. If I showed you this on a shorter time frame, you've been here a little bit now. What would I be saying if I saw this on a shorter time frame? I'd be saying, hey, there's potential for reversal in trend on a 30-minute. The problem with the 30-minute here is this is on a weekly scale. So would I be out? I would say the MACD tells you that this would be investing at higher levels. That is what the MACD is telling you. This would be investing at higher levels. That's all I can say. Fix is green, AMC, and I can't read that last one. Marley just read. The reality will hit people hard. Go AMC. Hey, nice, Barracosm. Like I said, making money is perfectly fine with me, guys. I'm someone who has money to dedicate to the cause. If you need to make money, I 100% understand. That is fine. There are enough people like me willing to hold, so those all inputs printed. Wait, on the SPY? Did you do it for the SPY? Congratulations, Joe Jax. That's if they're telling the truth. I don't think they're telling the truth, Trevor. Because if they truly got out of their position, that would mean one less person is fighting against AMC and GME. Which just tells me either they're like helping out someone else with their money, or they're just lying, because the stock should go higher with that info, because you'd have less short selling happening. Hey, nice job, Joe Jax. Sell share wall at the GME 728 torn down. Thanks, Cap. Man, oil is just a ripper. That's a ripper. Now, the reason I'm saying oil again, it's like your 2 hours getting cooked. Yeah, you cross up, you're going to see positivity. What I'm saying here is you have a level of resistance above you, and I think what happens is maybe we even do all the way like this, but that doesn't have to happen. I just follow the signals, right? But if you can break through this key level right here, that would be a good sign. That'd be a W. But I haven't analyzed this for entry. This would be technically getting in lay. We broke through the zone. I said if we break through the zone, good move is coming. There you go. We broke through the zone. But I'm just saying a lot of the time when you break through a zone, you like to go grab buyers in it again before you head higher. So I like this resistance here at 80 for US oil. Memories. All right, how much time do I got? 12 minutes? You guys see how slow of an eater I am? Ooh, they don't want it to cross. Alright. No. Never too late. There's never a late time to buy, guys. You don't know what a certain price of the stock will go to ever. So here's what I'd say. This 15-minute, if that crosses up, well, then you have a good chance for a 15-minute pop. Maybe 15-minute just pops up to $34. Maybe it just pops up to, let's say, even just $30. Well, let's see if that would cross right here. That's a 6% gain in maybe like an hour and a half. That's great. Apple's a parabolic move. It looks like a 30-minute pullback. Jesus saves. Looks like a 30-minute pullback. If this crosses up at any time, even the 15-minute looks still pullback, right? Look how it's by the center line. So if you're going to see another move, this 15-minute is going to cross up. You had a rejection divergence here, though. So I think the 15-minute, you could see that happen, right? Just pay attention. Your indicator is going negative. You're in a 30-minute pullback. That's the only thing there. There's no reversal signals really in this right now. So I think if we do keep pulling back, we'd probably do that later on, but we'll see. We'll see how much they want to hurt people these days. Got to be managing your risk all the time. 30-minute hasn't crossed up. GME, if that 15-minute curls up, that 30-minute might curl up too. We're just watching this because the shareholder meeting starts soon. It's better, so AM's kind of right. The timing of the entry is like, unless you know how to time it, right? Unless you're paying attention to these kinds of things. To just look at a stock and be like, is this a good entry? Well, that means you have no way to understand if there's a good entry. Right now, you need at least we teach you to have a reason to enter. We have a reason to enter, and that's the MACD. I just am the voice of the MACD. So AMC right here crossed. We said this is the MACD telling you good entry. Then it goes up. Now it's pushing down, right? So if that crosses back down, it would say this is a bad time to hold the stock. That's what the MACD is telling you because momentum's shifting down. If it curls back up, it's saying it again. You're going to see that a lot on 15-minute and stuff like that. So that's why I encourage bigger time frames. You just sit and you wait for a daily MACD to cross up and you're done. Or you sit and you wait for a 2-hour to cross back up, right? This 2-hour crosses up, you go, okay, 2-hour momentum's better. 2-hour momentum's better. If that crosses up, it's going positive. Awesome. No idea. I have no idea if any stock is going to end green or red on any given day. There is always a probability of up, always a probability of down. The only reason that I get things right a lot of the time is because I really trust these guys and I know how to read them. That's it. I have no idea if a stock will be green or red. There's probabilities. There's probabilities, but right now, this probability right now says we're in negative territory and we're down. So I can't think any positivity is coming, really, until I see that cross. Then I'll switch my words. But as far as the SPY, it's seen manipulated move after manipulated move after manipulated move. This is a pullback as of right now. If this crosses, then we will see upside, but this is a 15-minute chart, so that upside could just be ripped away at the end of the day, at the end of the week, who knows? We just follow the signals. This is a pullback. Pops up, crosses, test the high, go make a new one. My 20 is my only EMA. My 20 is my EMA, and then I have 250 in the 5. I change this to a 9 in volatile markets. And then my MACD, I'm pretty sure, is just basic settings. I keep things very simple. 12, 26, 9. For the MACD. RSI, 14, 14, 2. SMA close. That's it. My wife made me bacon, she made me hash browns, and she made me 2 fried eggs. Oh, Johnson, you gotta, like, that's a fine assessment, but you're expecting something good and we have no idea what they're going to say. But I would say this, if this 15-minute crossed up, and, you know, if I was like, I really expect a good annual report, an annual meeting, but I want to at least, like, make sure momentum is with me. What if I just waited till the 15-minute cross up and then the annual meeting happens? That's it. Well, you need a wife that's willing to cook and clean and take care of a baby. And you have to be willing to help when she needs it. And you have to make money. Just a little bit. You gotta be very nice, treat her well, and want to support her. That's the better way to put it. You don't need to make a bunch of money. You need to be able to, you know, support however you can and do the best you can, and that's it. When we were first together, we were in shit situations. I'm being honest, we were in shit situations. I have worked very, very hard over the last year and a half to get this going, to get everything where it's at today. They don't live in, well, yeah, that's the last place they're gonna live. Bro, move to the middle of the country. We still have crazies here too with blue hair and say that little kids should be chopping their stuff off, but there's a lot more. And the other thing is too, like if you meet the right girl, you can really show them with your behavior how a person should act, and I think that's great. Because my girl was technically from Jersey, from New York. And I don't hate liberals. I just highly dislike people who encourage bad things for society. California is the last place to find a woman. I've been invited out to Cali when I was, you know, big on TikTok. I just didn't do it. I thought it was toxic. Florida even is kind of bad, like Miami. Ugh. But you go to the middle of the country, you find yourself a nice woman who likes to cook and just enjoys those things. It's like me. We like to do this, so why can't a woman like to cook? I don't see why that's a bad thing. And if the woman wants to have a job, that's great too. Like, I just don't get it. Let's just like all chill out for a second. But it's more about butting heads with the other person, right? But yeah, I mean, you just like, one of the things I had to tell my sister recently was like, just if someone set your boundaries, and if you're dating someone and they cross that boundary, get rid of them. Don't waste your time. That's it. And if you do that enough times, you'll find a good person. If you just really respect your boundaries and have those lines in the sand. If someone cheats on me, I will not be with them. That's it. It's like, cool. If someone yells at me in public for a small reason, I will not be with them. They can't control themselves. That's not okay. I've literally broke up with someone because they blew up on me in public for no reason. I broke up with them 15 minutes later, and we had dated for years. I was like, you do not embarrass me in front of people. That is not a thing. All right, let's get into this. Let me see. I'm going to pause music, make sure that we can get the... let me refresh this. And look, all those people I went through, I ended up with someone who really appreciates me and makes me food without, I don't even ask. I like this guy. You like guys. I like guys too. Like in a bro way. Hey, that's fine, Joe Jax. Do what you gotta do. Yo, I updated that site. Nothing updated there, by the way. I don't get it. Nothing up. Am I crazy, guys? Am I being stupid? I want to stream the meeting, but I don't know why. Maybe it's just me like trying to talk, trying to do analysis, trying to do everything at the same time. I can't find it. I am maybe being dumb. Someone email it to me. Someone has my email, right? Someone email me a damn link. I can't freaking find it. Like, I feel like I'm being stupid. We broke the server. The link works now. Okay, let me go try again. Why does, yo, I'm not even kidding. Some of my trading accounts, they keep like flashing and like the whole screen goes black and then it reloads. I've never had this shit happen. See, I'm still seeing June 15th of last year. Like, why am I not seeing the right stream? If you have my email, lucas.s.hansen@gmail.com, someone just like freaking send me that link. Because like if you guys send links in the chat, I don't see them on my streaming platform. They don't allow me to see the links, I think. Well, we'll see what the market does after the meeting. Right now, the 15-minute for GME hasn't even crossed up. AMC is being battled. Right, AMC is being battled. We'll see. If that curls down, it means not the moment anymore. But what did we say? We said I would like a reaction to this level, and then we'd see a dip down and then buying back up. That'd be awesome. Because you're dipping down to lower prices. Someone out there's got to have my email. lucas.s.hansen@gmail.com. Someone send me the freaking link so I know I'm clicking on the right thing. I've reloaded this on the Gamestop website for the investor relations meeting. And it still gives me 2023. I'm obviously not looking at the right site. I just put an apple pie in the oven. Oh, damn, that's so good. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I could probably look at Twitter, too. No, that's someone's YouTube channel, I think. I mean, see, these are a bunch of freaking... As I can't stream the annual shareholder meeting via computer share, it's being streamed on X here. Yeah, computer share wasn't working for me. Like, this is the website I kept trying to go to and it keeps just crashing. Yeah, it keeps breaking. The server keeps breaking every time I try to get into it. Just emailed you, thank you. Make sure it's H-O-N. Oh god, it's H-O-N, guys. You emailed me. No, another business collab with Moo Moo. No thanks, I'm good. I've denied a ton of sponsorships. That's not what we're about here. The only one I was thinking about was the order flow one with Bookmaps. I'm still thinking about it, but I still haven't messaged them back. They've messaged me like 3 times now. Dude. Okay, email it again. Make sure you're spelling my name right. Lucas.s.hansen, Hanson, @gmail.com. Because I don't see your email. Fudge. Okay, now watch. This is gonna maybe come back down. See, I tried the computer share link and it's crashing every time. What do you think happens after the meeting? Well, if we curl up on this 15-minute, if we curl up on the daily scale, I would say, if we're able to curl back up on the daily scale, then we have a good amount of momentum with us. If we can break out of this triangle, that would be a very good thing, right? If we can break out of this big consolidation, see how we're getting tighter and tighter and tighter. So we could keep going for a long time. And then at the end of June, that happens. I YOLO'd. The link is the computer share, I'm pretty sure, but I'm just not able to click it. It's just crashing every time I try to click into that thing. 1 p.m. Eastern. I don't want to listen to a random group of people, though. That's the thing. Oh, God. I'm going to click it. I'm going to click it. Who the hell's in here? Oh, God. Yeah, these guys. Yeah, I'm not watching it with these guys. Leave. They have a dude farting into a mic. Like, I need to find. Of course, the website is crashing. Yeah, the website is crashing. Okay. Oh, sorry. We need to go into the shorter time frame here. We got to see if this 15-minute gains some steam. Remember AMC, we're seeing that come back down. If that crosses back down, that means not the moment anymore. See how when it crosses up, though, we see positivity. If it crosses down, we see negativity. Crosses back up, we'll see positivity. Awesome. Oh, I just got an email to go to the spa, to the massage place me and my wife like to go to. Shoot, we haven't been able to go to that in a long ass time. I need me a spa day, dude. Look at the SPY too, see if that's curling up on the 15. So watch out for the SPY. Now the 15 is down by the center line. This could all be pullback, so we'll see if an upward move happens. What's trending? It's got to be trending, right? Yeah, this side is crashing over and over. It won't even load for me. I've tried so many times. Hey guys, I just want to let you know I'm not a cat, but I can go. I could do a baby cry too, but in college, I used to walk up to girls, I go, who has 2 thumbs, is a good kisser, and can meow like a cat. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, that's funny. Roaring Kitty's stream works better because it's on YouTube, but 600,000 people might be trying to watch this all at the same time. It's psycho that this has this much attention. The reaction in the market could be wild. We'll see. Trying to click the link again. It's not working. That one's still for 2023. Disclaim. Oh, wait, who did some? Isaac Matt, thank you so much for joining today. Really appreciate the subscription. Guys, make sure to give a like to the channel as you come in. Really do appreciate it. It's free. It's a free way to support the channel. It's awesome. Hey, one of my AMC options is worth more now. That's good. We like to see it. Great, now my cat's trying to make a trade. He's like, what is he trying to invest in? What's that cat trying to invest in? Petco? He was curling up again. Yeah, so just real quick so you guys can see it, the SPY breaking down, but here's where you got to pay attention. It's by the center line, okay? So this is where the pullback can start to become another upward push. 15-minute crosses up, you would expect positivity. The same exact thing that we're talking about on everything else. 15-minute crosses up, positivity. For this guy, Palantir, 15-minute crosses up, positivity, okay? You're still close to the center line here. That's a great move. I wish I held that. I would have made still my price 60% or something like that, but I risk managed too early. Damn. Dollar still going higher. Volatility going positive here on the 15-minute. That's a good sign for volatility to increase. TLT, same thing, holding up pretty well here. XLU crashing down still. Crashing down still. AMD trying to hold up. Okay, AMD trying to do that hold up thing. GME trying to cross. A guy that can meow like a cat. Yeah, my wife thinks it's super annoying. But sometimes, like, when we were moving and the place was empty, I would like go into a random room and just start meowing, and then I'd go downstairs. I'd be like, "Oh my god, did you hear? I think there's a feral cat in here." And she goes, "I heard it. There's a cat in here somewhere." Yeah, we'll look at Dell real quick. Let me know if that stream gets back up and running, guys. Whoa! 30-minute here showed that no, not really divergence, but you see how we're just able to go positive, but that's not very clean. Let's look if a 2-hour was more clean. Not really, but the 2-hour said, hey, a pullback is a potential here. I bet there's hourly divergence. You got to look for where it's clean. There you go. Hourly divergence right here. So right here is the buy opportunity. You pop up. Now you're trying to go positive. Big deal. Can the daily rotate up? If the daily rotates up, Dell has another push left in it. You're kind of, this is a pretty big amount of area here. So just watch out for any time that 2-hour starts to curl down. Okay, so what I'm talking about here is the 2-hour, it's still negative. If that goes positive and rolls down at any time, okay, that might be a sign for weakness, okay? Because you're still close to the center line. But if that can keep going positive, just keep going positive, then you'd want to look at a daily chart most likely. Estoy un gato. Estoy un gato. Yo tengo un gato en los pantalones, señor. I do not speak Spanish. I need to because my daughter's going to speak Spanish and my wife speaks Spanish, and I always think that I understand it a little bit. Like, they'll be like, I'll know what they're talking about, but I can't speak it back, and I just know what they're talking about. Just the regular, the one that's programmed in. So you type MACD and it says moving average convergence divergence. That's the one I use. And I'm pretty sure I use basic settings, so I don't think you have to change much. 12, 26, 9. We talk about it in the course too. We do a whole section on just MACD. All right, let me see if anything's changed. Did this change? Come on. Mine won't load. I feel bad for Lucas Hansen because he might just be getting a shitload of emails right now from people. Too much hype, everyone's getting turned. Don't break my computer, please. I hate clicking on random links, man. Yeah, it's still saying error on my end. Dang it. They should just do it on YouTube. Oh, Matt Kors all of a sudden changes his title of his stream. What a scum. Trying to find this sucker. Alright. GME, we need to see if that one crossed up. Let's leave it on there. Tell me if you guys get it to run. PCC dropping off. Yeah, it's starting to. We need that to get below 0.8 though. That horse. I'm trying to, Justin. I'm doing the computer share link and it's just not letting me click into anything right now. You hear that typing? That's some vigorous typing. The. No, it's still not working. Speak Spanish around me, and we live in the Spanish neighborhood. I need a Spanish tutor. Yeah, I just can't speak it back very well, but I can understand what they're talking about. I don't like Matt because, well, one, he changed his title. I mean, just because he's like someone that is so with the movement 3 years ago. He made his whole stream based on that movement 3 years ago. He made his whole personality based on that 3 years ago. And then he randomly just starts talking bad about it. And he says today his title was meme stocks tumbling as the S&P 500 goes higher. It's like, okay, so you're saying S&P 500 is good and meme stocks are bad, and meme stocks weren't tumbling. They were up 6% when he said it, both of them. I trade for a living, but I'm just telling you right now, Pia, you can do it based on the bigger time frames. My course, I'm going to put out an investing one. Trading on the shorter time frames is difficult, but you can do it in my course. I teach you how to do it on a 2-hour, a 30-minute, and a daily chart. But I'm going to add to the course this weekend. I'm going to add the investing portion, because if you just invest, you'll make more money than pretty much all the traders out there, at least most of them. But yes, I trade for a living. That is my main source of income. And I'm starting YouTube, trying to be helpful, trying to help out. And overall, YouTube hopefully replaces my other job. I have 2 jobs right now, technically. I got rid of one. So, well, actually, right now I have 3. I have YouTube, I have the startup marketing position, and then I also have my trading. But I'm trying to get YouTube to a point where it kind of like fulfills the amount that I make with the startup. Yeah, Kiyu, see, that's the way to do it. If you're working, Kiyu, that's a great piece of advice. It's like, I work, I get that solid money, and then I just put that to work, and then over time, you'll still be able to do things the slow way. The slow way is the fastest way to make money in the market. And let me see, did it update? Let me just do this. Still says that. Little different screen here. Hold on. You can do it. Damn it. Okay, I got in. It is so slow. I'm not fully in yet. I can click join meeting. Oh my god. It's so fucking slow. Alright, I'm gonna leave it on this page and just keep clicking join meeting until it works. Learn lots from you. Thanks, Dwayne. Thank you for saying that. You can, Martin. You can. But people think that you have to trade little 15-minute, 5-minute charts and make money day trading. Day trading is a 5% success rate every single day. You have a mutually exclusive percentage there. If you've taken probability courses, if you've taken business statistics, you know mutually exclusive means every single day you day trade, you have a 95% chance to lose money. You have to have an extreme amount of skill, an extreme amount of risk management to be good at day trading. I encourage 2-hour daily. And now we're going to really encourage, with how the market has been so rigged lately, even myself, I'm going to encourage myself to not trade based on too many 30-minute charts. I'm going to mostly do 2-hour daily and weekly charts. Laws is 3 for 3 today. Tell everyone else to get out and just watch my stream, you know? Just watch my stream. Oh wait, control number. I don't know my control number. I don't have my control number and I don't want it to take too much time, so. Let's get out of Twitter and my email. Located in the sidebar, the white circle, or below the voting instructions on the front of the proxy notice or the email you received. Okay, let me go look. Dang it, why can't I find my proxy number? I should have found all this before, but I didn't know I needed it right now. Okay, let me just see. How's QQQ looking? QQQ looks like that 15-minute pullback is coming, but this one here, you're going to see some divergence, some rejection divergence, so we can read into that a little bit up towards the daily expected move. Very, very good. We'll see if that's able to rotate down, see if the 30-minute able to rotate down. Now we see if the 1 hour is able to rotate down. We just keep going up and up and up, and then eventually one of these bigger time frames, right, will cause it to really get some kind of pullback, I think that we're heading into a big drop, but I think nothing has proven that yet. There's gotta be. Sorry, I'm just trying to really find maybe a streamer or something that I can trust here. $15-minute looks like it might curl up right here for GME. Oh, wait. I'm trying to look at the statement here. The proxy. God damn it, I can't find the proxy number. That's so frustrating. I might just watch this guy and see if we can listen in. Okay, look at this. We're starting to get a green bar on GME. So that's something to pay attention to. We're getting a green bar on GME. That's a big, 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 big deal. And we need this to complete, though. You have about 3 minutes left in the bar. So we'll see what's going on with that. What did AMC do? All right, didn't cross over on the 15-minute. That's a good sign so far. The SPY looking like it might get a curl up on this. Qs looking like maybe one more curl up on this. We'll see. I like my divergence to be very clear. Amazon just kind of tanking there. Nvidia holding up higher. AMD look like a bounce could come. Just pay attention to these 15-minute bounces right now. Oof, that is a squeeze, my dude. SMCI doing SMCI stuff, someone said. 2 hour able to go positive. This is where I start to say, you know, selling can come in. This is kind of where my target was about 845. I said if we can break through 845, you got a good shot to go higher. But if you can see that resistance come in right now, that would be a big deal. The 30-minute is cooked, so just watch out. The 15-minute cooked. You're going to most likely at least see a pullback before the next move higher for SMCI. Mara just tanking right now. Bitcoin down almost 2% again here. XLU going down as well. So we just got to see the SPY. Look at that. See that curling up? If this curls up, that is confirmation of another upward move. AMC, you got to wait for that bar to fully cross. Fuck, now the website's not loading again for me to even log in. Damn it. Cool, they really go negative on the 15-minute. That's surprising. 30-minute probably negative territory then, yeah. 2 hour could roll over here. Palantir looks solid. Good little trade set up there still. Now you have triple divergence on a 2 hour for Nvidia. Watch out, Nvidia. Okay. I have a guy that's on hold for the shareholder meeting. He was able to get in and he just stayed in. He is in a group here, but I am going to stick with this for now so we can at least listen, because mine's not even loading again. This error processing my request, it just keeps bouncing me out. So this here is a 15-minute divergence. This is a sign of weakness for NVIDIA here. It's very, very complicated, but you do see the 2-hour triple divergence that can roll over daily charts. The daily is just up in no man's land right now. So at least a daily pullback could come. Where do I still think it gravitates to over the next maybe month or so? Would be a range of about, I think, 95.50, somewhere at these highs would be where we head to for NVIDIA. That would mean that the stock is behaving properly. Now, this stock does not behave properly. That's very important to understand. It does not behave properly. How's XLU looking? Well, on the daily side, you would say, wow, this thing's getting close to going negative. Now, we could get some kind of bounce from the 50, right? We could still see not the rejection divergence, but an actual divergence form. And maybe the SPY wants to drop and then create that divergence in the future, and this elongates for some time. So we're going to pay attention to that. But for now, it really tells me that we should follow XLU very soon. That's really how I'm reading into it. And then we're noticing what? The dollar is still going higher while the market's holding up higher, right? The market's about to turn up again on maybe a 15-minute chart, right? It's about to turn up again. And what are we noticing? The dollar remaining at higher levels. So we're paying attention. Surprised? Not, we shouldn't necessarily be surprised. If you look back, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, we said over the next week or so, we are looking for a move up in the dollar while the stock market moves up. We saw that last week, and then we also are seeing it again now. So I told you that could happen for a long time, but the dollar will bottom out before the stock market tops, and that's what's happening as of right now. It's just they're really elongating this problem. They're really trying to get as many retailers sucked into this as possible. All right, guys, I'm going to try to use the restroom real quick right before. So right now, just pay attention to the SPY. If that thing curls up, we can see positive territory. It looks like that shareholder meeting's still going to take another couple of minutes. So I'm going to try to use the restroom real quick before that happens. I'll be right back. I still have my headphones on. So someone donate $1 if I need to run back downstairs. And I'll probably be back in 2 minutes, though. Sorry, whoops, I'm back here, by the way. I think PPI and CPI, those do look like good news. The thing is, eventually the bad news catches up. They tell you unemployment going up is a good thing. Unemployment going up is a bad thing, guys. Unemployment going up is a bad thing. So I'm listening to this guy in case he's in the shareholder meeting. So we're gonna listen in on this guy and watch the charts. SPY, that hasn't curled up. Okay, so that didn't curl up while I was gone. I gave baby girl a kiss for good luck, so we got the good luck from the wife and good luck from the baby. A lot of luck with us this morning. Now we're starting to see that fall down. I'm just seeing if there's any talking going on. It might just be people like disappointed with the fact that the stream hasn't started, right? That never crossed up though. That's very good. That means we weren't caught off by this. AMC, if that crosses down, that means not the moment, okay? Yeah, means not the moment if that crosses down. Hasn't crossed down yet. Hasn't crossed down yet. Now what we can read into here is the 5-minute cross down. If that starts to go negative, then the 15-minute can cross. So if we don't want that 15-minute to cross, the 5-minute has to go positive, okay? That's just to get a closer look, but 15-minute, you can literally just watch this if it curls down. That's not gonna be a good thing. But we did talk about how going up into this area would be a good thing. If you can dip down and find those buyers, get a little cheaper price, maybe find some buyers, okay? So we just wanna pay attention if that is rolling over. That means, hey, pull back, downside, downside, because you're negative. So negative trend, negative trend, negative trend. You wanna see if that can turn back around. But right now hasn't even crossed over, so we're chilling. Also, this guy's stream is so quiet. Why is my volume not turning up and down? Why is my volume not turning up and down? It's stuck at 53. God dang it, freaking computer. What are you guys chatting about? Why would you guys be worried? Papa Pow. What are the chances that the market crashes before a squeeze happens? Most likely they happen simultaneously. If you see some kind of crash, and then you see like AMC and GME pump for a second, and then they go back down, like curling over on a 30-minute after seeing a big cross up, then you'd probably know that they just sold some stocks, and then the stock market might actually go higher, and then you might see a fight again, and that might be a fake pump. But we'll see. Right now, it most likely happens simultaneously. All right, I'm gonna chug some coffee here. Anything else going on across the board there? Thoughts on TLT? Let's go look at TLT real quick as well. The thing about TLT and the dollar's moved higher with TLT. That doesn't necessarily, that could be a flight to safety. There could be flying into this. Right now, you need to know this. This is very important. The weekly scale for TLT. If we end the week like this and this is able to go positive, that would be a major flight to safety happening right now. We mentioned this last week, but that faded at the very last day of the week. It faded. Right now, if this crosses, the last time that you really were able to go positive was back in a key time, okay? I think it was right here. You curl up in positive territory. That was 2020. 2020, and that was right before the big crash. The big crash happened going on into March, right? But you saw the flight to safety going into March as well. Okay, you already saw the flight to safety. So you're seeing the early signs of this being able to go positive, and that is not a good sign for the overall market. It's really not. This would be a flight to safety if this is able to go positive. Now, on the shorter time frames, you're at a weekly expected move. Something crazy could happen, but you're holding up pretty well, right? You would say cup and handle looks very good here if that curls up. Yeah, and I think they're using Bitcoin as a way. They're using all the little coins that you guys like to trade. I don't trade any of those little coins. I think that they're just ripping money away from retail in any way they can. I think that they're doing all those weird stuff with the coins. I think those pumps that were happening with the other things like FFIE and things like that, they might have used that in order to fight against GME and AMC. But we know because they're asking for loans and stuff like that, that the problem is coming to light. For FFIE and things like this, if it's able to curl up on the daily, you want daily momentum behind you for any of these. But just know that the real money is going to flow into AMC and GME. You need to keep that in mind. 15-minute, if it's able to roll down for AMC, I think that's the bigger thing right now. GME has not rolled up, so you need to see if there's a confirmed move down in negative territory for AMC. Maybe it goes all the way down to the trend line and we see a divergence. That'd be great. Someone exercised 5,000 calls at the $20 strike price. Yeah, technically Bitcoin could have just been created by some billionaire, some government official, some kind of someone in power. Is what a good thing for GME. So for GME, you haven't curled up on the 15-minute. That's the difference. So GME, you need to curl up, right? So AMC saw some positivity because it curled up, and we told you that, and it went into positive territory. Great. GME wasn't able to do that. So right now, you're still in a bad situation. You're negative, saying negative trend pointing down. You need that to give you that contrarian bullish indication and then switch to bullish by crossing the center line here for the MACD. Same thing goes for the RSI. Notice right at the center line, we just turned down on the RSI down here. See how you just turn down right before you hit the center line? This is a confirmation of momentum shifting positive as well on the RSI. We mainly like to talk about MACD, but RSI is just as important early on. What are the articles showing for even these people? There's a ton of people in this like thing right here, like listening to the same call, and even all of them are spamming out to their viewers and saying, if anyone is able to get it up, let me know. We will hold you on the stream. And VDAC, that's so funny. NVIDIA, the one thing I'm worried about here for NVIDIA, yeah, it's seeing a pop up here, was the 15-minute crossing. You're not necessarily seeing anything there. 5-minute little divergence here would be nice, give you a little hint, but right now you would say just like the 2-hour, if that can curl over at any time today, you have confirmed 3 triple divergences here. You see the downward move, you see the downward move. This is when it becomes a little more obvious. Okay, so even though you're seeing this rapid move up, if this would cross down, that is a good sign of weakness for NVIDIA. Now it's popping up, okay? So it's going to be a rigged one. It's very difficult to trade. I'm thinking about just doing it to put my money where my mouth is and taking just a couple of contracts. Taking a couple of contracts a month out, targeting a low position, and just being like, hey, if it happens, it happens, right? But I got to wait till I get confirmations. Dixie's still holding at the same level. You see the 0.39. If the 0.39 ever changes, I'll look at it, but now it's still 0.39. PCC slowly coming down, so we'll see if they can get people baited. 9% up and it's at 3.8%. Nice. See, if you're trading it back and forth, you're paying attention to the signals, you can trade it back and forth. I'm not going to hate on you guys for trying to make money. I'm never going to hate on that. That's what we're trying to do on this channel, is learn how to use these indicators. And maybe on the 5-minute you saw this curl down, you said this pullback could lead to a reversal. Okay, if that reverses back up, then I know there's positivity. Has the 5-minute curled back up? No, it hasn't. But it does still say pullback right now. So if this curls up, then that 15-minute is not going to cross down. GME has potential here. Now it's by the center line. If that curls up on the 5-minute anytime, most likely the 15-minute does curl up. Okay, this is how you use the really short time frames. It's very difficult to do. For me, it seems easy, right? Because I talk about it so fast. For me, it seems easy. I've done it for a very, very long time. Yeah, I'm not trying to read Twitter. I'm not trying to read anything. I just want to see what happens. There could be a letdown or something. There could be a letdown or something. You could not get what you expect, and this thing could go down. There you go, Luke. That's perfectly fine too. I'm holding positions as well. And my positions are up right now. 4.86% and 2.79%, 3% now. And then my YOLO play is down, and that's fine. I expect my YOLO play to be down. Then I have an NVIDIA order ready just in case this thing does something crazy here. This guy's cussing at his stream right now. Gil exercising will force them to find shares. It might cause them to buy shares in GME. Because if they're naked in any way, they have to buy the shares to fulfill the order. So that would be buying pressure for GME. It depends on how it plays out, but in theory, it would say if they are naked in the position, they do not own the shares, and they will have to get the shares in order to fulfill Keith Gill's order. That's all you need to know. They have to buy the shares to fulfill his order if they are naked. Because if you don't own the shares, but you have a contract that says, hey, I'll give you shares if you exercise, and he exercises, then he says, give me the shares, and they go, shit, we don't have them. We got to buy some shares, and then we can give it to him. I chose to sit out GME and AMC. I just can't deal with that right now. How do they not own the shares? That's the illegal activity. Oh. Tell me if that's too loud. Take this channel with a grain of salt. Pay attention to the actual call. I'm gonna wait till they're actually talking. I'm gonna wait till the meeting really starts. He might have to, Keelio. Yeah, I can't. The streaming platform doesn't allow me to get the link, but you can email it to me if you want to watch it ourselves. Mine can't load it. I've been trying to load it the entire morning. Oh yeah, it's always at the close. 33% of the volume comes in at the last hour of trading. Every day. Meeting rescheduled. He did mention DDoSing, so someone could have messed with their servers pretty much so that they can't like send out the info. Like screw it, just do the Roaring Kitty stream and like have them post it on YouTube. Like screw it. GME never curling up on the 15-minute, very key there. Let's look at the SPY for a moment. This one trying to curl up. We'll see if that happens soon. Lucas.s.hanson@gmail.com. Hanson is Hanson. Try to send me the link. I can't find my proxy number. I can't find the email that they said they sent me for my proxy number. But if you send me a link, just don't send me some kind of virus, please. Yeah. Send that real quick. This is only for the link, guys. Only send me the link. Please don't spam me right now. We're trying to get stuff done here. And you can pause it there for a sec. 1, 2, 3, pause. Because I'd rather not listen to 40 monkeys watching this at the same time, you know what I mean? Yeah, the connection's timed out again on the site. I'm trying. They will reschedule due to technical difficulties and users can't get into listening to the meeting webcast. They might be getting DDoSed. Ritesh, it's just if you type the game, it's a little computer share link, and it's just you can't get into it. I've tried multiple times. I've even signed in as a guest and things like that. It just hasn't been able to. Okay. It says the meeting has ended. I'll keep that link though. Thank you, no assumptions. I see the link. Let me move this. Okay, I see the link there. Thank you, no assumptions, for sending that to me. We'll just leave it out. Just make sure everyone is keeping updated. You guys can keep your name on there, like keep your ear to the ground on this, so I can see when that's actually happening. Right now, what do we notice for the SPY though? It's still right here, looking like it wants to cross Qs. Looks like slight upward move. Let's look at Nvidia. That was getting a slight upward move. We'll see what happens with that. Could be some weakness going on there. AMC, did this cross yet? It looks like it's about to, guys. So this would say it's not the moment. And then maybe in 30 minutes, maybe in 2 hours, maybe in 2 days, that curls right back up. That's when you would more pay attention to this, okay? So we'll pay attention if this is actually crossing over in the next, I would say 15 minutes. GME never curled back up, so we're waiting for that to really confirm it, okay? We need that to confirm. SMCI just booming right now. Just booming up into that zone. Remember, we get above 845, well, we can head to the top of the zone. So the top of the zone sitting somewhere around 889. Now this would be getting in the move late. It's very, very overbought at this point. So on the 15-minute, you would say a pullback would be nice, right? To actually take a trade here. Mara really dumping. Dollar still remaining at 0.38. And XLU still pretty negative here. Now that's starting to see a bounce. We'll see what comes from that, right? 30-minute, we notice the divergence right here. Okay, we'll pay attention to it. 2 hour crossing up is what we mainly want to pay attention to here. Yeah, it says the meeting's ended. It's postponed for now. Well, that was the fastest shareholder meeting. They do not want them to do it. Now you're going to see all the shit come out. Don't pay attention. You just know what you're looking for. We know what we're looking for. If you can't, take it and you can't read that type of stuff without keeping a straight, like a good head on your shoulders, then don't read it, because right now they're going to put all this stuff out and say, why would you invest in a company that can't even have a shareholder meeting without crashing? That's not the reason they crash, right? No one would expect in a shareholder meeting to have maybe like millions of people show up all at the same time. Okay, so that is actually a good thing if they crash, because that means a lot of people are interested in GameStop and AMC. Actually, that is a good thing. That if you had enough popularity in your stock to crash your shareholder meeting, that is a huge good thing, because that means a lot of people are interested in the stock, right? If that happened to any other stock, if that happened to, let's say Microsoft or Meta were down a little bit, and then a million something people show up to the shareholder meeting, individual investors, because they're interested in the stock, they would say it's a good thing. But they're probably going to say now all the shilling is going to come out and you're fine. All you know is you follow charts. We follow charts. If this crosses up, that means potential for positivity. AMC is crossing, right? If that crosses down, negativity can be there. If that crosses back up, positivity can be there. I'm going to keep my Twitter up just because we might get some kind of tweet or something like that. We might get a tweet. We'll see. Google, solid drop there. Meta, solid drop there. AMD. Oh, AMD is starting to form a little bit better structure here. We'll see if that's able to curl up on a 30-minute. 30-minute curl up here would be a good sign. Apple, let's go look at that for a second. See the 30-minute pullback still happening. The 15-minute pullback still happening. Waiting for that confirmation higher. Meeting is rescheduled. If someone can find the time for the rescheduled meeting, that would be awesome. That's fine if your opinion is it's going to the grave, but if it is, then I hope that you're putting your money where your mouth is. If it's going to the grave and you know that for a fact, and you're willing to come into a stream and say it, it's fine. That's perfectly fine. Just I would hope that you're actually like, you have some data behind it. Just coming in and saying it's going to the grave, say why. Why do you think that? Why do you think that? Because we're saying why we think things, right? That's not, this channel is not just saying it goes up because. We're giving a lot of reasons why. That's the important part. People that come in and just say things, why? If you're saying it's going to the grave, it's like, okay, well, is it? Because right now it's not. The daily is still positive. It's saying pullback. Even if this came way down, even if this dropped all the way down to 350, if that thing is still right here and it curls back up, it's not dead until it crosses this center line. So why is much more important. And plus, you're talking about a company that's sitting on $4 billion cash. Do you know that they have more money than Palo Alto? Let's see what Palo Alto is priced at. Well, Palo Alto doesn't have $4 billion in cash. Man, that's crazy. So it's just, you have to have an actual opinion. Like, you have to have some, like, actually, an opinion's great. A reason for the opinion is what I fucking care about. You know what I mean? A reason. A reason. You could say, oh, it's a bad company, this, that, and that. You don't know. We just had a shareholder meeting that didn't happen because it was flooded or DDoS. It's like, okay, we need to know why that happened just now. We need to know why that happened. We also need to know what they are going to say in that meeting. Maybe they just become an acquisition company. All right? There are plenty of other stocks in history that completely changed their business structure and completely changed their business based on what they did in the very beginning. Yeah, that wasn't really, I don't think that was really Roaring Kitty. Having too many people wanting to join your meeting. Hosted on a laptop from 2005. Yeah, they just got the billions of dollars. They weren't able to buy a new laptop yet. No, I don't know, Rapid Nurse, but I'm not going to buy into some tokens or some coins that they can just take my money away behind the scenes. Right? That's my overall thinking. I'm not going to do that. The last time they did that with AMC and Ape, look what happened. All those people just lost all their money. They said they were one-to-one shares. No, they're not. So I'm cool with that. Like, you do what you do. It's just I don't know enough about that, Rapid Nurse. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and maybe it's a just-in-case scenario, and that's perfectly fine. Like, I'm not hating on you in any way. I'm not hating on you in any way. I'm just saying there's a risk there that I don't really like taking with any kind of crypto. I don't trade cryptos right now at all. SPY selling. SPY selling. I just don't know enough about it to fully comment on it. So if I don't know enough about it, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh yeah, that's going to be a good thing. I can't do that. If there was a ticker for it and I could break it down with technicals, then I'd talk about it. It depends what they could acquire. I mean, a lot of people saying they'll acquire AMC. I don't think that's mainly a possibility. I think if you wanted to get AMC, that would be more of a merger. I don't think that would be a complete acquisition. Some people saying Bed Bath & Beyond, Toys R Us, and I'm like, you know, that's possible, but I don't really want to speculate on what they could do. I want to react to what they do. Does that make sense? See, you're once again you're going based on the previous business model. We don't know the new business model. Kristen, thank you for taking the course, and let's see here. Like, let's think of it this way. Think of it this way, real quick. What about this company? Do you guys really like this company? What company is this? Do you guys really use this company a lot? Also, that daily not looking pretty there. Could curl over and go negative, but this company right here is Amazon. What were they to start? What were they at the beginning? Did they change their business model? Didn't everyone say Amazon was going to be a dead company? Didn't everyone say Amazon was going to be a dead company because they were a book trading company? They were a book company. They changed their model, and now they're worth a lot of money. But everyone back then said Amazon is a stupid company. It is terrible. It is the worst. Now it's one of the best companies in the world. Like, that's it. That's all you have to look at is like one example. Now, that hasn't happened yet, and I'm saying I'm going to react if that does happen. That would be a good thing for the stock. Right? That's it. Now, at this point, though, on this channel, we're talking about technicals. What do the technicals say? Well, the technicals say, yeah, daily pullback. They say, yeah, 2-hour pullback. They say, yeah, 15-minute pullback. And now they're saying 15-minute is negative. That's not a good sign. I'm very honest about that. But if this curls up, right, I always want to be thinking in the future. If that curls goes positive, a good thing can happen. We said if AMC curls down on this MACD, it means downside. It's very obvious. It means downside. But it hasn't curled over yet, so why, you know, I need to wait and react. Everything is about reacting. Hector Vasquez, thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. We're not, I mean, it's not going to the grave yet. But yeah, if it starts to, I'll say it. Anyway, just ignore it. It's fine. We're paying attention to the technicals. We're not paying attention to a random person saying it's going into the ground because they don't understand that businesses can change, and that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine for them to have that assessment. I would just say, you know, you probably should have better things to do. You must not be that good of a trader if you're coming into channels during market hours, by the way. Coming into channels during market hours, you must not be that good of a trader because If you're coming in during market hours, then that's kind of weird to come in just to spread some negativity for no reason. It's perfectly fine with me. You do whatever with your time. I'm just saying it seems like a waste of time. Your time must not be worth much money. Now, what are we noticing from the SPY? Let's go look at the SPY here for a second. It's starting to bounce back up. Remember, there can still be positivity in the overall market. This is just saying pullback. This is just saying pullback right now for the 15-minute. It's starting to try to go negative, but remember, that thing can just turn right back around. If that turns back around, that would be a sign that we're going to see another upward pressure. Okay, Jose, thank you for subscribing. Hector, thank you for subscribing. And we can see here, the put-call ratio was starting to creep up to that put side, right? Creep up to the put side, so we'll see if some kind of bounce happens from here. The dollar actually heading higher now. The dollar actually heading higher. Interesting with that. Having a bounce at the same time, dollar moving a tiny bit higher. All right, this is why we will switch to maybe a premium member only eventually one day, guys, because like you're totally distracting from actually what we're trying to do here. We're trying to teach you about how to trade stocks, not just GME and AMC. Like nobody cares about what you're saying. So like we're so chill on GME and AMC, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how chill we are about it and how much we say like this isn't the moment. Okay, we're just paying attention to momentum, dude. That's all we're doing. No, it's just it's a shill. Like it's definitely someone who's just has nothing better to do with their day, or they're paid. There you go. Like I will monitor my own stream. God. It's so annoying. Like, you realize I'm a guy that's doing a lot of work for free here, and you just come in and distract from everything we're trying to do. This is why on my other stream, when I wasn't a financial, like a technical analyst streamer, this is why I had like 3 mods. Just my mod is, my main mod is taking care of my 4-month-old daughter. And all you're doing is causing a lot of annoyance. All right. The information will be given later today. The information will be given later today is what the overall statement here is saying. Congrats, Daddy. Thanks, Rapid Nurse. Yeah, and it could be a TLT thing as well. Like we could be seeing some kind of TLT thing as well. If this was dropping off, we could read into that with the dollar. But now it seems like they may be pushing into TLT. We'll pay attention to the weekly signal there. As far as right now, the main signal I'm looking for volatility is this crossing up of the 2-hour. That could mean a bad thing is coming. We'll see. The Dow is dropping pretty dramatically. Not the best sign. We have XLU still holding at lower levels, way lower levels than the SPY right now. Not a good sign. And the SPY, what's it doing? Well, it still could curl up on this 15-minute. It still could curl up on this 15-minute. Thank you for congrats on the baby. Really appreciate that, Brian. My goog is cooked. Let's see here. Now I have to have the stream up at the same time. Oh, at least I hid Griffin's comments because he's just annoying. If you come in and you say a few things and you make good points, we're not someone who usually mutes people who have actual good things to say. But if you're just being offensive, that's not going to fly here. There's no reason to just like, you can say your opinion, and if someone disagrees with you, that is perfectly fine. If someone disagrees with me, that is perfectly fine. Okay. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing. Just have some reasons to back it. Don't get offended. I'm not going to get offended. I even told you, I was like, that's perfectly fine. What's your data? You say nothing. Then you have no good input into the stream. We can check out GDX. Yeah, let's look at GDX. Let's look at something else for a second here. So this here, following The GLD is what I really like to look at, right? But the 2-hour divergence here could be something. We'll see. A lot is going on. Some wonky bars here. Right here, you see we're violating this divergence down here. So not the best sign. And Long Blade, thank you so much for subscribing. Not the best sign. So you need that 30 minutes to turn back around. As of right now, a lot of stuff pointing down, right? Going negative for the daily scale. We pointed out on a lot of these gold tickers, right, that there are divergences on the daily scale. The thing is just screaming downside as of right now. Volatility not able to rotate down on the daily just yet. So we could be getting that higher low scenario for the volatility while the dollar just continues to scream higher. And now look at this. It's starting to get really close to going positive. So watch out. Once it goes positive, that's usually a good sign that something bad is going to happen. But we know that this market is slightly rigged. So we have to pay attention to rigged moves on shorter time frames. That would be a 15-minute crossing up. If a 15-minute crosses up, we can see some more positivity. Google, yeah, let's take a look at Google actually, because someone's mentioning that a few times. Google here, the main thing about this is the divergence you see on the 2-hour. If that starts to complete and go negative, that can be very, very bad. It's kind of screaming double top for the daily scale here. Double top rejection divergence as of right now looks very, very likely because of that 2-hour divergence. So I'm looking at the 2-hour divergence and just saying, yeah, that hasn't completed yet. So we can't really be negative about the stock, right? Because it's positive territory, green bars. We need some kind of red bar here to be a little bit contrarian. And then once it goes negative, we can be bearish on the stock a little bit more, okay? On Oxy, yeah, someone was bringing up Oxy the other day too. He keeps buying the dips on Oxy. Now, this is not a good sign. Look at that daily rolling over. Now, you can create that double bottom or something like that, but I'd really like to see a steep divergence here. You see the rejection divergence to create the double bottom. Very, very good. Now, I would like to see some kind of divergence that gets me close to that center line. That would be awesome. Since we aren't crossing over right now, we have to talk negatively on the daily scale, or on the 2-hour scale, sorry, 2-hour scale on the stock. So let's look at it on the daily scale. This one here, what you're seeing in the nearest price action could be a quick little there could be a quick little divergence here on a 2-hour that flips around and goes positive. The key thing is it's been negative for a long time, okay? You're in this wedging, prices getting tight, a big move is coming. You just want confirmation of that big move, whether it's going to go up or down. So the confirmation would be, hey, we actually see that curl up by positive territory, then you're contrarian, it goes bullish. That would be awesome for Oxy. Wants to make money should just trade along those stocks or forget about it. You can't be looking at 200 stocks. Yeah, I try to do it as much as possible because I know everyone's looking at different stuff. I really do like Oxy because this one was something we looked at throughout the week. Now, a lot of the time you'll see me like, okay, someone wants me to look at this, FFIE. I'll just be like, yeah, there's no technical analysis to really do here. You need the daily to turn up in positive territory. I'll keep it very short, but the main list that I watch is right here. So that would be SPY, Qs, XLU, Apple, Tesla, Amazon, Nvidia, AMD, Meta, Microsoft, Google, Netflix, AMC, GME, SMCI, Mara, and GLD. Those are all the ones that I mainly am looking at. So most of the time people are very good. And then sometimes we pop up to the Dow. Sometimes we pop into the IWM for those small caps, right? So we pay attention to a lot on this channel. Palantir, some of those. Palantir has been a good one. This was a great trade setup. That's why we're paying attention to it. Great trade setup for some downside. Congratulations to anyone who saw that information on Patreon because that has turned into a pretty good trade there. Pay attention to how you can manage that risk. That's a big deal. Now, one thing about the 30-minute for like AMC is we rejected the crossing. Remember, we really need that 30-minute to cross. That's the one I like the most. Shorter time frame, what do we see? 15-minute. Still hasn't crossed yet, though. So if this can turn back up, you got a good shot of crossing that 30-minute. Apple's sitting at 212. By the center line, we want to pay attention to that. 2-hour crosses over next. So right now it's in a 30-minute pullback. Right now, this would say 30-minute pullback. What's your opinion on Gamestop? Do you think it's bullish or sinking soon? As of right now, it's kind of in a pullback area. So you're going to think that it's like, oh, it's sinking down. It's not dead. I will say it's dead when I think it is dying off. And then I'll say, hey, yeah, the daily needs to rotate back up, right? But as of right now, the 15-minute looks like it could cross. Now, that's still not crossed yet. So this isn't crossed yet on the 30-minute. but it is very close to the center line. As of right now, you have to be technically negative on the stock. There's no bullish indication here. There's no bullish indication for upside. Nothing, not even a contrarian one right now. You have to wait until that goes into a positive trend, right? Positive trend. This is your bullish contrarian right here. Boom, that's how we caught the move yesterday. Now we need another bullish contrarian, but look at that, it's right by the center line. So if that happens, well, you're gonna be bullish right away on the 30-minute. But you have to say 2 hours in a pullback, right? It's negative, so you have to talk negative about the stock. Now, at this point, you would say the same thing. If that turns up, ooh, positive, great. Daily, you have to say it's pulling back, and that thing can pull back for some time. We can pull back for a long time. But if that, as long as the daily remains up here, you're fine. It's once it crosses the center line that you have to start talking very negatively about the stock. Right now, the daily is in a bearish contrarian indication, which would tell me pullback. Just like over here, we said the same thing right here when it crossed. We said, as of right now, this is pullback. Then it crosses back up. We say, okay, it's bullish again. This is how we caught the big move. We say, don't fight against daily momentum. The next day, boom. Very good move. And then it pulls down. Now we're seeing more of that pullback. We'll see if that turns right back up. That's all you got to pay attention to. Let your indicators do everything for you. Right now, the 30-minute has not curled up. The 15-minute has not curled up. Actually, boom, it did. So there is a bullish contrarian indication right there on it's a short time frame. Got to keep that in mind. I like 30 minutes as the shortest time frame. 15-minute, though, that has to go positive for that 30-minute to turn back up. SPY looks like it's going lower. All right, SPY is going lower. You're going to have little 5-minute divergences forming. Yeah, you have little 5 minutes here. It's tapering. This is not dramatic selling by any means yet. Now, you want to see if things like 30 minutes can curl back up. If 2 hours are crossing over, that means momentum shifting down on bigger time frames. That's a bigger deal. That hasn't happened yet. 15-minute is still very close to the center line, guys. The exact same thing. We're being unbiased. We're just looking at the charts. And right now, it's saying, hey, now I have to talk a little bit negatively about it because it's rolling into negative territory. But if that just crosses right back up, I immediately have to talk bullish about the SPY again. Oh yeah, so when I say turn back up, it means when this MACD crosses to the upside and we start to see green bars. An example of that would be right here. Okay, do you see how we're close to the center line right here? And you see the MACD right here. You see this little green bar down by my mouse right here. See that little green bar? That is where we have to say, okay, there is a contrarian bullish indication. And then it goes positive 2 bars later. You see how the blue line goes above the 0 line right here? Okay, that goes above the 0 line. That tells me now it's bullish. So right here is contrarian. Right here says contrarian bullish indication, very close to the center line, still negative on the stock. And then right here it says, okay, bullish. Now the stock is bullish. Now we can see a very big positive trend. Boom, that's the positive trend. It's literally that simple. Now on a 15-minute, you're gonna see rip arounds like this. See how we ripped around for a while? That's why you can't just, this isn't gonna happen every time. It's not every time this happens, it just goes boom, right? It's a 15-minute chart. That's why you have to, I really like 30 minutes and things like that, but that's what I mean. Does that make sense, AM? How do you put this on the chart? Just click indicators and you type MACD for MACD and it'll say moving average convergence divergence, and then you type in the indicators RSI to get the purple down here, and that'll be the relative strength index. Oh, hood looked like it was seeing some weakness. Some weakening. Yeah, it ended up seeing that weakness. The 2 hour the 2 hour divergences up here we were talking about, not the best look for hood. And now this has potential to roll down, but there's still a lot of room between the center line. So this is still a contrarian indication right now. Now, if you saw a pullback and that pulled up and then that gets close to the center line, then you could say, okay, good probability that this goes negative trend. Once it goes negative trend, you start to talk negative on the stock. As of right now, hood is just saying pullback. Right, but we could say, what does the daily look like? Okay, that thing has divergence at these high levels. You have divergence in the near price action here on the RSI, not on the MACD at the same time. So we could see some kind of pullback. We're far away from the center line. So I would say pullback, 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 right? I would say pullback, pullback, pullback. Oh, that's not crossing. Okay, negative on the stock, right? As that crosses the center line, you change your thinking. What was Tesla doing? Did it hold up at the 180 mark? Okay. So there you go. So this one here, big rapid move up. You notice that it's pretty far away from the center line. So we want to see, okay, can it hold that 180.92? There's a little zone in here that's pretty important, and that's why we get these reactions. We've talked about 180.92 for a while. Even on the 15-minute, you could say there's more work to be done, and then that could cross back up, right? More work to be done, get close to that center line again, remain positive. It's still saying pull back on the 15-minute. Yeah, my name's Luke. Yeah, it's just, I don't want to speculate too much on what he's doing. He'll tell you if he does anything crazy. I don't think I think it's very, I can't tell you yes or no if he sold. I can tell you this, I'm very, very sure that if you were going to sell to make money out of the stock, right, to actually make money out of the stock, then I would say he would have done that last week when he could have made like $600 million just by hitting the sell button. I highly doubt someone who could have made $600 million is going to sell for $20 million. Now, there is speculation on maybe he sold some so he could execute the contract. Maybe he rolled some. Maybe he moved some to a closer date, being tomorrow. There's a lot of speculation out there. He'll tell you. He'll update you guys. Like, if he does anything important, he will tell you when he wants to tell you. Right? That's it. AMC having a hard time moving either way the past hour. Apple, I'm positively giddy. You're positively giddy. Look how giddy you are. You're a giddy little kitty. Bresky said give you the ticker for, for the, where is it? Sorry, Luke, earlier you said you like TA to give you the ticker. You got 2 minutes to draw on the chart. I don't see a ticker, I'm sorry. I might have missed it in the chat. The chat's moving kind of fast today. I'm going through a lot of analysis, so I just got to make sure to give the ticker. Oh, I can't look at a link. The program here, my streaming platform, they don't allow you guys to send links on this. It might even show up in your chat, but I do not see it. If you guys send a link, I do not see it. That's why I had someone email me the link for what was it? The annual meeting. GME with Ethereum, pretty much. Okay, let's look at this over here. Wrapped Ethereum. Whoa, what is that spike? 3.38 billion. Yeah, and see, there's not enough data on it. I mean, 2 hour curling up down there, but there's just not enough data to really break it down. Yeah, there's not enough data for me to really break it down. A lot of those will be like 5-minute charts and things. Oof, oof, oof. Yeah, I can't really break that down at all. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm sorry about that, but it's just, I can't. There's not enough data for me to really break it down on TradingView, and I'm just going to use TradingView. But I'll look into it. Like, don't think I won't. Like, don't think I won't look into it. I still will look into it. I research all the time. Just, I like to do a lot of research when I'm not live so I can focus on it. You know what I mean? So I'll look into it. Am I on? I'm on a 5-minute chart over here. Okay, let's look over here. Apple, yeah, curling down. 30-minute pullback still likely there. NVIDIA, you're going to confirm this? Okay, so 15-minute confirmed here. That is a sign of weakness, but we're still pretty far away from the center line here, so be cautious. But you do have that 2-hour triple divergence on NVIDIA right now. These like to roll over daily charts, just so you know. So poison your mind. Thank you so much. How long has it been open? Bang Bros stock? Is Bang Bros have a stock? Like, I'm gonna type on Google Bang Bros stock, and I bet you on Google I see some weird stuff, man. Is it going to break $6? As of right now, AMC would say I'm not breaking $6. The 15-minute is telling me it is not going to break $6 as of right now. That can change by the end of the day, but right now it's saying I'm pulling back, I'm going negative, so downside is the most likely scenario if this bar holds. There a reason why? GME, same thing. Right now it's crossing up, so that's a little bit good, but it's not really crossing up with that strength. If the 30-minute curls up, I would say it's got a good likelihood to maybe go test this higher, go make a new one. So if it crosses up on the 30-minute, then you'd expect like $33. The point where it really needs to get through is 41.17 for this week. That's what the options data gave us. That's overall. Let me look around here for a sec. Let's see if the SPY ended up. Yeah, SPY's still breaking down. No curl up on the 15-minute. Now you start to pay attention. Higher time frames. Okay, hourly curling over. Now it says hourly pullback. All right, if the 2-hour crosses over. Okay, now that says 2-hour pullback. So we're seeing a lot of downside here for the SPY this morning. That's the argument there, Carlos. You're making, yeah, that's the right thing to talk about. Like he could just be exercising, trying to gain money to exercise the rest. And then there's argument that he might have rolled into a $50 call for tomorrow, but we don't know. We won't know until he actually tells you. So I'm not going to say I think he did anything. How do you manage volatility play? I manage it based on volatility. Okay, so I manage it based on volatility based on the SPY. Okay, so if volatility here, if I take the 2-hour play here and this goes up and I say, yes, that is good. Okay, if the 30-minute rolls down at any time, look where it is, it could go negative. So if the 30-minute rolls down, I know I should get out of that play, right? SPY, similar thing, right? If I see the SPY roll up on the 30-minute, I know I should get out of that play. Because to make money with volatility, at least the one I like to take, UVXY, you have to have the SPY dropping while volatility increases. And we're seeing that right now, so it should be printing. There you go. But I like for confirmations. I like for confirmations of volatility plays. So 2 hours really what I'm paying attention to here. You did have a rejection divergence, very good. 15-minute divergence, you had it, very, very good. There you go. And then now the SPY is dropping, so that should be good for you at this moment. But that's how you would manage the trade using the charts. I just go a little bit into a shorter time frame. Okay. Let me see. Let me read this. 05391 Bill. There we go. Okay. Ooh, you have a 30-minute divergence. It's trying to turn back over. A lot of rips and sells. So weirdly enough, you almost have 2-hour double bottom. Let me see just daily. Let's look daily side. Oh, not enough data. Okay. So 30-minute. So see, we can break down any stock. It's just I don't know the speculation behind this. I think like all these coins and stuff are risky, right? But what I wanted to see here is like, okay, so if I have a 30-minute divergence, that is a good chance for a pop. If that rotates back over, that's not good, right? I need that to go positive. See how it didn't go positive? So what do you see? It's rolling over. You need that to go positive. So you'd say at any moment, if this goes positive, that could be a big move. That's it. That's all you have to do there. And then you just want to see, okay, is the 2-hour rolling up? That's it. It's really that simple. Because if you see the 30-minute divergence that goes positive and you see like a good move here, that means the 2-hour can roll up and then you can do your analysis based on the 2-hour. You kind of move upward in the charts. Leave the SPY up. That thing is really wanting to curl down. NVIDIA, man, right at that 130 price point. We were saying about 130 we just used last week's implied volatility for this week, and 128.65 was our top for the implied volatility. And NVIDIA, sure enough, it goes just barely above 128.65 going up towards 130, and we're starting to see a little bit of weakness. Now, we don't want to get overzealous. We need to see that 2-hour confirm that. You see how it's closer to the center line now. Up here, it's like, still far. Now you're even closer. Who says that this isn't just going to go like this one more time, right? And get even closer to the center line. We could see that happen. You want to be able to manage that risk the entire trade. Pornhub has a stock. I'm gonna look at these on my other screen. No way Bang Bros has a stock. Does it really? I see Dutch Bros. I see, is it P-Hub or something? I hate typing the word P-O-R-N on my... Oh, God. Yeah, I can't find tickers for that. Jesus. Let's look through here. We're starting to get some confirmations for 2-hour pullbacks, so AMD is the one that I'm like, man, this is interesting because you're getting a 30-minute divergence here if that completes. You're down by the weekly range right now. This is a divergence by the weekly range. It's weird to see that performing, actually. Finally, Meta finally got that 2-hour pullback signal right here. Now we're pulling back even further. That could be all that's left. You want to pay attention to a 30-minute there as well. Microsoft starting to turn down, not curling down on the 2-hour just yet. Google turning down, this one here just saying weakness, man. This is not a good look for Google. If you roll negative here, it's really not a good look. We can start to talk negatively about the stock, but till then we have to say pullback. AMC, you see this? So now we still have to talk pullback, right? We haven't curled up, so we have to talk pullback. GME, you see this? It's negative, so we have to talk negatively about the stock. Let's look at a 15-minute. Okay, awesome. It's still green, but it needs to go positive. That's a very key thing. It has to go positive. AMC flashing back, right? It flashed red. Now let's see if it turns back to green. That's all you got to do. All right, guys, I might have to hop off and take my little lunch break. Are you down to start your own hedge fund? Oh my God, managing a hedge fund sounds like just a fucking pain in my ass. All right, guys, but really, I do have to hop off for a little bit. I'm going to go get lunch, spend some time with my baby girl. I might be live later today. If I don't go live later today, I will put out a YouTube video tonight, okay? So I'm sorry that I have to hop off. I wish I could watch it with you guys all day. I have other work to do, and I have my baby girl to actually go see at some point today. So thank you guys so much, and I appreciate it. Thank you to Rapid Nurse for coming in, telling me about that as well. Like, I do invite other ideas. I like looking at other stuff. I'll never bash anyone who really likes something and they want me to take a look at it. I'll never bash you guys for that. And I'm always down to take a look. Also, AMC 30-minute. So if the AMC in the 30-minute curls up, that would be the very bullish thing, I think. And if this curls up on the 30-minute, very bullish thing there. So we'll leave you guys on a 30-minute for GME to watch right here. Remember, guys, if you're interested in learning some of this stuff, how I actually see the charts just blatantly clear. I know on YouTube it's a little bit vague and hard to read because it's very fast. We do it very clear in the course. We just tell you about how the MACD works. We tell you about the RSI, how you use it for your trades, weekly ranges, what they are, how to use them, what's important about them. It's all very good info, and we teach you how to manage your risk, and that's some of the most important part. So thank you guys so much for joining. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for liking, subscribing, just being here, taking the course. A few people took the course. That's awesome. And I wish you guys nothing but luck for the rest of the day. If we see something crazy happen, I'll be live later. If I'm able to, if I'm really able to and I have time to, I'll come back live later today. If not, I'll put out that YouTube video tonight for some updates, all right? Thank you guys for joining. Have a great rest of your day. Good luck with the rest of your trading. Peace out.